What's good? What's good? What's good? What it do? What it do? What it do? YouTube. It's your boy Greenleaf Exclusive. Back at it with another Houston Rockets exclusive video. Hey man, we back at it. We back at it, but we have some important news coming from Sports Illustrated Chris Mannix. And we talk about this, and we're gonna keep talking about this. We're gonna keep expressing this. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Salute to the chat. Shout out to all the members. And we're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about it, man. Once again, shout out to all the members. Salute to everybody's in the chat. Let me see who in the chat. Let's see who we got pulling up. What up, Khalil? Tyler Brown. PGE. Zach, what's good, Zach? Roy Montez, what it do? Deal with it. What's good with it? Salute. Joanne, I see you. Hit the like button as y'all come on in, man. Hit the like button. Should be a good stream, man. We're gonna talk about all this. We're gonna break it down whether you agree or disagree. Does it make sense? Or we have to make it make sense. Shout out to everybody's in the building. What up, Kareem Jones? Black, what's good? ML, Maya B in the building. Salute. H-Town T, salute, OG. And you got the homie It's Shaky. Hey, well, like I said, bro, y'all hit the like button, man. I see the room packing in. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. So this is what we have, fam. We have, and shout out to everybody once again. So the Houston Rockets are expected to make a major run at Giannis this offseason, according to Chris Mannix, Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated once again. And person one, if y'all can hear me, man, let me know if my mic is right. I don't know if my mic is jumping or what, but let me know in the chat. Press one. So let's break it down like this, man. Let's break it down like this. So last year, you had some OGs come over here. Shout out to Ticket TV, shout out to Elder, and to the panel, to the squad. Y'all know who they are. We had discussions about Kevin Durant coming to the Houston Rockets, and most definitely we talked about the idea of bringing Kevin Durant around. They was on the money with it, and it made sense for what the Rockets were at the time. Needing a go-to scorer, relying on Jalen Green scoring, and relying on Alperen Sengun scoring, and as a big man and they're young guys, and we tried to allow them to grow and become great players in their own right, get their first taste of playoff experience, everything of that nature. So we spoke on how if things doesn't work out between the two, the young guys, Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green, and they was getting paid dollars coming into this season. So that being said, Jalen Green got shifted, and it wasn't just because we didn't believe in Jalen Green or the Rockets didn't believe in Jalen Green. It was just his performance in the playoffs. 9 points, averaging like 9 to 10 points, throughout that series. And the Rockets made changes. You brought in Kevin Durant, easy money sniper. You have a veteran championship guard in Fred VanVleet, and they made moves. Bringing in the wing players, everything like that, right? So now you have reports coming out right now. So for all the people that's familiar with my channel, I watched this game with a third eye, making this, team make sense. And the window that the Rockets is on, and, unfortunately, Fred VanVleet is out. The championship window this year is pretty much out the way, to not be biased about the team or everything like that. The Rockets are 6 seed right now. So that brings us back to Alperen Sengun, and I believe it could be center, and it is going to be set around Alperen Sengun. Let's just keep it real. So that being said, you package him up with guys, throw in anybody, right? Anybody, but you're gonna need shooting. You're gonna need defense to pair Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo together, man. And this is crazy. I mean, this is kind of wild coming from the standpoint where we're trying to get into the playoffs. The Houston Rockets are trying to fight into the playoffs and get established. And the team chemistry not having a point guard, Fred VanVleet not being there, not picking up a point guard in free agency or trades, buyout market, all those things. The Houston Rockets didn't make that move. And I believe that's on Raphael Stone. He's staying pat with what he has, the young group that we have that has a ceiling, Amen Thompson, Jabari is getting paid coming into next season. And Alperen Sengun, taking a step, Reed Sheppard getting, held a 5 playing time. So you put all those things into the fact where is this team going with this group? Yes, Fred VanVleet is coming back. You can easily rely on Fred coming back next year, adding some type of offensive coaching staff, assistant coaching staff to, rep up the offense, because this offense with the Houston Rockets is, it's one-dimensional, it's predictable. You give it to LP, you give it to Kevin Durant. Guys can't make open shots, and things of that nature. So also that being said, man, I think going after Giannis, the window is there. Things that's going on in Milwaukee, Giannis getting injured, and that's another factor, making a trade with Giannis. But the things that's going on in Milwaukee and Giannis, booing the crowd after a dunk, and he's dangling the trade bait out there where does he want to stay or does he want to go? And I think the team and look at it right now. He's hurt, and he's saying, "Oh, I want to come back and play," and the organization want to shut him down. So it's like they knocking heads, man. They butting heads and they going their separate ways. Unfortunately, saying the writing's on the wall. In my belief, now the Houston Rockets, they having a chance to pair Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo together. And I want to hear from the squad. I want to hear from the people. What do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? And it's nothing new. Like I said, we covered this on post games. We watched the performance from Alperen Sengun. And if you look at it, let's just say we give up, sign a trade with Tari Eason, or you throw in Dorian Finney-Smith, or it could be LP, Dorian Finney-Smith contract, and Clint Capela. You make it work. You make that work. You get to keep the young group that you building up with. Reed Sheppard, Amen Thompson. You still have Jabari Smith Jr. with Kevin Durant, and Giannis Antetokounmpo in his prime. You have 2 years left window with the Kevin Durant situation, and you have Giannis. Like I said, could give you 30 and 10 on a good day, on a good night, on a consistent basis. But the thing about Giannis right now, just to keep it honest and just to keep it, real, is that he's injury prone. At 31, 32 years old, you have Kevin Durant, at the back end of his career, still, giving you what he's giving you, but you keeping one eye open if he doesn't get hurt. And you have Giannis, KD, and Fred VanVleet coming back with ACL. So you have to be real tricky about how you building this team around them. And but what stands out as far as this, report coming out about Giannis getting traded, or the Rockets hunting Giannis in the offseason, is that when you look at this team, man, it's the defense. You lost your defensive identity, help side defense, everything like that. And I go back and forth all night doing these streams. How Alperen Sengun's defense, the numbers with Reed Sheppard and Alperen Sengun in the star lineup, that's a bad defensive, combo. It can give you, some good nights on points and everything like that, but it's just the defense. And when you look at the situation, I think Doc Rivers not coming back next year for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then you have Giannis not, being locked in with the team, unfortunately. So at the end of the day, man, you want to get Giannis. I think his value or and everything like that is not going to be too high, because if he leaves and you have the same season with him in Milwaukee, making it tough for Milwaukee, Milwaukee not going to get anything if he walks. So you want to get something from Giannis. And I think the Rockets do have the package. Do I want to see LP go? Not necessarily. I want to see LP really thrive and, become a great player under the sun with the Houston Rockets. You might not believe me, but that's the true story. And at the end of the day, I just don't feel like Alperen Sengun is taking that leap. Now, we still have the playoffs to reconsider how how he looks in the playoffs and everything like that. But at the end of the day, when you have a chance to get Giannis, you go for it. You go for it. So I'm about to drop the link. I'm about to drop the link and see what the people really see and feel about this. Like I said, whether you agree or disagree, the link is in the chat, man. The link is in the chat. The defense we need to have our identity on defense again. Yes, we still need shooting. You still can make up on that. But having Giannis, having KD, come on, man. Come on, man. Who says no to that? Who say no? Who says no? I dropped the link if y'all want to pull up. So, like I said, man, Kevin Durant and Giannis, you have a window where you can you know what I'm saying, push for a championship. You can push for a championship. How much better is Alperen going to get coming into next season? What is Fred VanVleet actually going to look like? And when you look at the team right now, you need Ime needs a bucket getter because we don't know. We all know his offensive scheme of things is give it to the best players, and the best players have to get it done. These guys can't run simple pick and rolls. The reaction of running the offense is late. It's not cued in. But if you put the ball in Kevin Durant hand, he knows what to do. You put the ball in Giannis' hands, he knows what to do. And these are team players. These not really like players where you have to force it, And I think it could potentially work out. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's gonna come down to playoff performance. It's gonna come down to it. Hey Fredo, what it do, Fredo? I got Fredo pulling up. Salute, Fredo. What it do? Chilling, man. What you got? What you got on Giannis and the Rockets potentially? Making a major hunt for him in the offseason, bro.
Pull the trigger, Brody.
Pull the trigger.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah. It seems like you're going in and out, but you good. I can hear you now. What you got on there again? You say pull the trigger.
Uh, no, pull the trigger, man. If it's Sengun, pull the trigger. The only one I want to say is off limits, man, is Jabari and Amen. You know what I mean? And Reed starting to get to the untouchable point, but I like Reed, but man, like I'm telling you, for defense purposes, grab Giannis for exactly what you said, bro. They not finna. I feel like Sengun's an offensive genius, honestly, but he holds the ball too long, and I feel like he slows down the pace of the offense in the half court. When they cross half court, I feel like Sengun he slows down the offense. I feel like KD can work in either or. KD can do that run and gun like he did in Brooklyn, like he did in Golden State. You know what I'm saying? That run and gun offense, he can do that. He don't really have to have you to slow the ball down. You know what I mean? And take all the time off the shot clock. And Giannis and KD, they go straight to it. There's a lot of people saying they not gonna fit. I don't see how they not go fit because, like you said, they both unselfish. So I say Amin and Jabari, they untouchable. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, man, sell the house.
Gotcha. And I think it's still some hope and everything like that. So you say keep Jabari and keep Amen. And I think those are the defensive, guys that's really anchoring the defense. KD 37 years old. LP, he's not the best defender. And now the reason to start lineup over Tari Eason, that lineup is crazy. Without Fred out there being an anchor on defense at the guard position. Uh, And so at the end of the day, man, hey, pull the trigger. We seen enough, huh? We seen enough.
Yeah, man. 'Cause I see us being a valuable playoff team, and I really say we're a good threat. We got matchup issues. When we match up with the Spurs very well, we match up with the Nuggets quite well. But OKC is kind of a matchup problem for us. They gonna be more of a test. You know what I mean? I think it'd be very hard to beat them at this point. Um, I mean, they starting to gel at the right time. I feel like the offense and everything, and when they flowing, they flowing. You know, but I think the defense, I think is defensive holes. You know, Finney-Smith's not what he quite was. You know, Sengun is and like a European player. You know what I mean? And Ime don't like European players, bro. He got a lot of finesse to his game. He's not physical on defense or offense, particularly. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's the difference between him and Joker. Joker is very aggressive. You know what I'm saying on offense.
Right.
I feel like he's more aggressive than Sengun on offense for sure.
Got you, man. Stay right there, Fredo. Let me get to Kareem. Hey, Kareem, how you feel about this, man? Kareem out there in Turkey right now. Not Turkey, but he over
Nah,
there.
brother, I'm born and raised in Germany, bro.
Germany, Germany. What you got on the
Yeah.
Kareem? What up?
But
Salute,
my
salute.
parents from Turkey, yeah, they immigrated, yeah. Brother, I mean, brother, I think we want the championship now. You know, that's why we brought KD. You know, we we wanted that LP becomes a superstar, right? We all had big expectations, but he's just, brother, he's too inconsistent. Like let's keep it real. He's too inconsistent, and we see, brother, um he has a too big like concentration problem. You know, in my opinion, I don't know. He sometimes just like dreaming too much or something. I don't know. I said a lot multiple times before, and yeah, brother, I don't think, I really wish him the best. Me as a Turkish person, I really wish him the best, right? But brother, he he won't be a he never gonna be a future MVP like superstar. You know, he doesn't have the caliber to be a big yeah, to be the next Jokic. I don't know. In America, everybody said, yeah, he's the baby Jokic, this and that. But I don't know. I never saw it. I don't know. And yeah, brother, it's time,
Yeah,
brother. We really waited so long, right? Since so many years, we we say, yeah, like we have to be patient. We have to be patient. We have to be patient. But it's enough, brother. You know,
got
it's
you.
been no 4 years or something, and yeah, it's enough. I
Got
just want to say, like,
you. Hmm.
the last thing, brother. You know, the only one thing. If Alperen leaves Houston, I don't want that the rest gonna be like too affected by it, because like they grew up with him and everything, and yeah, I don't want that they say, yeah, like we miss him or something, because I think they got an unbelievable friendship. That's what I like. That's what I feel, and
Hmm.
yeah.
Got you, Kareem. Got you, Kareem. I know somebody who might not like this. I got to see what the homie got to say though. Hey, Laro, man, what you got, Laro? Salute, salute, bro.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Who? What's the source on this anyway?
Chris Mannix. He say he believe. Oh, well, he
Who?
got information. Chris Mannix, Sports
Oh,
Illustrated.
oh, okay. Chris Mannix. All right. Sports Illustrated hasn't been relevant for 15 years now, man. Listen, man. Listen. If this came out, I think it's more to take heat off from losing to the Chicago Bulls yesterday, bro. Listen, man. I don't think anybody feeding that boy Chris Mannix information that's in the Rockets front office. First of all. And if they did, it just throw them off from losing that horrible from that horrible ass loss last night. Look, man, If it happened this offseason, it happens. Would I be opposed to it? No. Do I put any credibility in a Chris Mannix coming out with making a statement about the man? Look, if we punting on the season, man, we just punting on the season. It's like, I'm not saying the story is irrelevant. I'm not even saying he's making it up. But I would say that guy's probably just throwing darts at a dartboard trying to make something stick, bro. I mean, if it happens, would I like it to happen? Yeah, that's cool. It could happen. But I think that we just totally dealing in like hypotheticals or whatnot. Is Giannis probably going to be on the move this offseason instead of waiting to the deadline? Yes. Do I think some people going to get their feelings hurt behind they think it's going to happen with a straight up LP is the only major asset we going to give up? Then you smoking. Because it's not going to happen. That's not going to be a straight up one player for one player trade. They're going to want something else that we have. A young player who hasn't signed another deal, a second deal. They're going to have to just make the salaries match. And it's not good. It might be one of your favorite young players on the team also. So would I do it? Most likely, yes. But do I think this story is real? No, I think it's actually bogus. And I don't think anybody from the front office feeding that dude anything. But just playing the hypothetical game, would I like it to happen? All right, cool, we can make it happen. But you better be prepared to give up more than LP.
I thought you wanted a championship, Laro. That window right there, bro. You know what
I
time
mean,
it is.
I get it.
KD, bro.
I get it, but I mean, it's just like you just saying that you punting on the season, and it's just like now we just looking forward to a first round exit, and it's like, well, I guess the season over with. We're gonna get swept in the first round, and we're gonna be looking forward to the off season. Man, dead all that, man. It's like we got too much stuff going on right now that we got to deal with. But just for the sake of argument, that would be a championship type of move.
Right.
Would it put us above? Would it put us above OKC and San Antonio? I don't know.
I mean, it's yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with what we dealing with. What I'm saying? Guys are saying like Fred ain't the end all be all if he come back. You know what I'm saying? So when you pull a plug like this, like I said, it might be a desperation call, or whatever to that nature, but we trying to win the championship, and like I said, it's yet to be seen with Alperen Sengun's performance in the playoffs. So when the reports was coming out about Jalen Green being hunted or traded, it came to fruition, and at the end of the day, I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna make this team better? And we see it's the defense. The coach that we have, he's not the best offensive-minded coach, but defense wins game, defense wins championships. And when you have two good players or two great players on one team, you can get some shit done. In this era, you really need one dynamic player with a lot of role players, but we don't have that young gunner that can really push forward single-handedly with a lot of role players surrounding him. So I just feel like, however's performance, Alperen Sengun, Jabari, Tari, or whoever, who could be included in those, in a trade package. But at the end of the day, man, like you said, it's speculations, but it ain't like we haven't been talking about it all season long. So now that we're getting close to playoffs and we haven't seen any changes from the squad as far as most definitely the point guard situation, the guard play, and the development of the point guard play for what we have. We just not there yet. So at the end of the day, man, we gonna see. But I don't know if this is troll, but Sengun, what you got?
Bro, can y'all please tell me like why y'all so out on Sengun, bro?
You seeing his performance?
Y'all do realize ever since he got hurt in Dallas in December, bro, he ain't been the same. He been playing through an injury, bro.
What injury he was dealing with in Dallas?
You remember in Dallas, the first play of the game, he got hurt. He got took out the game, and ever since then, he ain't played the same.
No, wait, what injury was that?
Damn, I think it was like an ankle injury or a back injury, something like that. I'm saying like, why y'all so out on Sengun, but y'all don't want to trade Bari, Tari, Amen, like
We
this,
brother.
just mentioned.
Like
Hold on, hold on. We just
obvious.
mentioned. We just mentioned. Hold on, Kareem. Hold on, Kareem. We just mentioned him though. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna trade Shangoon, it's gonna be centered around Shangoon because you have to make the money work. And we replacing niggas or we replacing players. You know, you have to be involved with different players. And Jabari, Tari, Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capela. You know what I'm saying? You have to put a package together. So at the end of the day, Shangoon, you know, like I said, depending on his performance, is yet to be seen. But at the end of the day, he's in my opinion, you know, I would never out on my guys. But now that we on this KD train, Fred hurt, you know, KD is 37. And I'm looking at Shangoon as if he can take it over the top. Now, if we want to keep Shangoon, I'm for that. Bring reconstruct the roster and all that stuff too. But when Chris Mannix, a real credible, you know, guy in the NBA media world, you know, it's some chatter. It's some chatter. So at the end of the day, man, not necessarily out on Shangoon, but if he don't step up to the plate, in my belief we get knocked out the first round. Who we gonna blame? KD and Shangoon. They the two best players, and he don't have Fred, so great players, you know, thrive in their own right.
I'm just saying, man, y'all remember what Sengun did this offseason against Giannis? And we
Mm-hmm.
played the Bucks. We played the Bucks in the beginning of the season before Sengun got hurt. He dropped off the whole Bucks team, bro. I know y'all remember that last play when he dunked on, bro. And then
Oh yeah,
he started
I
flexing
remember
on
that.
him.
Brother, he's inconsistent, bro.
I
Please.
remember that, but he is inconsistent, and you know, Giannis is more consistent. He gonna give you 30 and 10 on his own merit if healthy. You know what I'm saying? 27 and whatever. So I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like, if this shit true, my nigga, like shit, pull the plug because if we in that window, 2-year window with KD, and after
yeah.
KD gone, who we got? So if you hunt down a championship window, Giannis might be a mistake, but at the end of the day, is LP gonna get to the MVP level? You know, is Amen Thompson gonna get to that level? Is Jabari as a role player gonna get to a level where you can build around him, Amen and LP continuously? You're gonna need a star caliber player from here on out. And I just think the Rockets, put in the situation, Raphael Stone didn't make a move about bringing in the point guard. You know, you didn't satisfy that position. So now it's like, you go for the gusto. You're going for the gusto right now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, bro.
But nah, my G. Hey, the panel open too. But hey, my G, why you name yourself Shangoon?
Cause, bro, this Sengun hate, man. This shit crazy, bro. I fuck with bro. Like he the best player on the team to me, man.
He
What?
not playing like he not
Bro,
playing
it's
like
KD, bro. Come on, bro. Like, in my opinion,
it's
you gotta
more.
Bro,
respect him
KD
what
can't
he
even
done,
pass the
bro.
ball, bro. KD can't even pass the ball, bro.
He shoot, bro, but the best mid-range shooter, bro.
The nigga can't
And it's
pass the ball,
more.
bro. The nigga had seven turnovers in the fourth quarter of one game, bro. Come on, that's unacceptable. I don't give a fuck how good you can score. And then, my nigga, you don't throw your teammates under the bus. I'm still fucked up about that, bro. I don't care. This
LeBron,
Sengun ain't
LeBron,
gotta chill, bro.
LeBron get a lot of turnovers too, man. They don't mean that. Turnovers is not all
Sengun,
on just.
LeBron ain't never threw his teammates under the bus on Twitter to some fans.
You don't think
You
so?
you on-
You
you
don't
running
think
with
so by
nerves.
saying Bronny?
I think I
You
know
don't
for a
think so?
fact, bro. That's not even LeBron. That's not
Wait a minute. Hold
LeBron's
on.
character, bro.
Wait. Hold
We
on.
just know, we just know
So you
LeBron
don't
would do
think?
no shit like that, bro.
So
Not on
so
no
you don't
Twitter,
think? So you
not on no
don't think?
burner account.
So you don't think when LeBron came out and when Bronny was in high school, when he talking about Bronny better than half the dudes in the league, you don't think that was a shot at some of his teammates too?
No, but he didn't call his teammates trash and retarded.
You don't
Hey,
know if
that dude
KD did it
funny.
either.
Hey, he funny.
Man,
Yeah, he
look,
funny,
look,
man.
everything pointing to it, bro.
He running with nerves, man. He
Can't
funny.
defend that shit. You can't defend that shit, bro. And then the fact that he didn't even come out and address it, come on, bro. Y'all niggas know that's some weak ass shit, bro.
And it's more a Sengun play style, man. Sengun don't play physical with the body he got, bro. It's like it's
He
his play
lost his
style.
muscle, yeah.
Yeah, it's his play style, man. It's not really we out on Sengun. It's just how he plays, man. It's not suitable, man. Like it's
Man,
not up to
look at the
par.
way Amen play, bro. That's suitable for the team.
I mean, it's the most improved player in the league, man. What is
Look
you
at
talking
Bari
about?
trash ass. That's suitable for the team.
Boy, man, stepping up too, man. See
That nigga
this
Tari, look
dude.
at Tari garbage ass, bro. They can have me out there. I'll make more points, bro. Come on.
Now you got a point. Now you got a point. Now you finally made a point. Now
I'm just saying, bro. I fucks with Sengun, bro. I really don't want to see him off my team. And I really don't want to see Giannis on the team, bro.
You don't fuck
and
with
truth
Giannis,
be
dog?
told,
I fuck with Giannis, but he old. Like I
Yeah,
ain't
long
fucking with him,
term, I
bro.
agree as well for so.
Man,
Well,
he
it's
be
not
Giannis.
like the Rockets going. It's not like the Rockets really going to be able to trade for young talent or whatever. But one thing I would say is, I mean, just man, temper expectations or whatever. I mean, is it the only way I think Giannis going to get here is if he force a trade and say, "I want to be traded to Houston and nobody else," and I'm
I
not
think the
going to
nigga
resign
gonna do
with
it this
y'all
year. I think he gonna
because
do
That
it
nigga
this
ain't
time.
say that.
because
I think he gonna do it
I
this
was
time.
saying, I think that's the only way it's gonna happen. Because if he don't do that, and all y'all want to do is give up Shangoon and think you're not gonna really give up a key piece out of our rotation,
Nah, it's
now
not
I
gonna be. It's
think
not gonna be just Sengun. It could be Sengun, Jabari, and Clint Capela, or because Jabari will get paid, so they'll pick up their contract, $24 million a year plus Sengun's contract, and Giannis have a 1 year deal left, going into next season. So is Milwaukee going to just sit around and do the same thing, and Giannis do the same antics, as far as like not being committed, like in and out with the team, or are they gonna just pull the plug on Giannis? Say, hey man, give me a two-time All-Star plus Jabari or Tari or Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can make and some draft picks.
man, look, if I was a Milwaukee person, I would say I want Shangoon and either Reed Sheppard or Amen Thompson. Either one of those two. I mean, just speaking on it, just common sense. Like if I was on the other side of the fence, that's what I want. I mean, I'm not just gonna do it for Shangoon and just somebody who don't really show promise that they could take their game to the next level. I'm not gonna do that if I'm Milwaukee. Why would? What's in it for me? Real job. What's in it for me? Shangoon, and y'all already dragging him, saying he too soft, he not physical enough, he inconsistent. So why trade uh, one of the top 5 players in the league when healthy for an inconsistent big man? Why do that? It don't make
Man,
sense.
Milwaukee
Who does
don't have
that?
nothing. They don't have anything. They should be
and
building and trying to figure out their new future. So
Giannis don't want to be
y'all,
there.
yeah, Giannis don't want to be there. And let's get them likes up, y'all. We got close to 100 people in the building. Let's get the likes up. Salute to everybody's in the building in the chat. If y'all, hey, the link is in the chat if y'all want to pull up and talk about this, man. But as far as Giannis, man, Giannis and LP, I mean, you getting what you want, like how this team should be naturally built around. Help side defenders, you know what I'm saying? One-on-one exceptional defenders, in my belief. And if you have an opportunity to go get Giannis, I think the Rockets are going to try to do that. And if it don't, what I'm saying, make sense on both sides, then we got the second option that's building around role players, bringing back Fred VanVleet, and really looking at what we missed out on, and that was a backup or a key piece in the starting point guard position, a playmaking position, because Kevin Durant handling the rock and making decisions, it's not working out. He's three turnovers a game. Alperen Sengun, having faith in him being an offensive hub and making decisions on offensive end. He's, I believe, leading the team in assists with 6 assists. And how far is it going to get you, in the near future. So I got Yazin in the building. Hey, Yazin, what's up with it, Yazin?
Yo, what's good, fellas? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
What's up, man? It's been a while.
What's up?
Been busy, but I listen to you guys time to time. So real quick, happy to kind of discuss anything in detail, but like First of all, I don't think Chris is reliable, so I don't think we should take it that seriously. But it's our job as fans to discuss these rumors, right? Like, what if it does happen? Maybe a month from now, or maybe LP shits the bed in the playoffs. I don't think he will. He did well last year in the playoffs. But let's say he shits the bed. There's going to be a conversation that comes up, so it's good to discuss these things. So let's say it's true. Giannis is 8 years older. So, you bring him, he's a great player. I think a much better player than LP, today, like if he's healthy, right? You know what he's going to bring on defense. You know what he's going to bring on offense too. So I think that's nice, but he costs $20 million more than LP. And if you bring him, you're going to have to sign a new extension, just the way that you did with KD, but even more expensive and even longer. So you're going to lock up a 31, 32-year-old to a new 3-4 year deal that's going to be at least 55, 60 mil a year. So that kind of limits you with what you can do in terms of your budget, right? Because Amen Thompson, right? That's a separate discussion. Not going to get into the details, but Amen Thompson is going to want at least 40 mil this summer. Maybe they give him the max. So now you have to think about two guys, Amen Thompson and Giannis, who both can't shoot, playing similar roles. Like, how is that going to fit? LP and Amen, there's already fit issues there, right? You guys talk about it all the time. You have a good point, right? They both can't shoot. But I think the difference between LP and Giannis is the usage as well. You have to look into that as well, right? If you look at the stats, you guys can say, oh, LP is a high usage player, blah, blah, blah. It's true. But Giannis, in terms of usage, is significantly higher than LP. I think he's like top 3, top 4 in the league. And then in terms of roster construction, right? The current roster does not suit Giannis. If you bring Giannis, that means you have to reconstruct your roster entirely. You need to bring a lot more shooters, and then all of a sudden now you're gonna have a center issue. Who's gonna be your center? It's not gonna be Clint Capela, and it's not gonna be Steven Adams. At least not the starter, because Giannis has always played with a spacing big. So then you have to bring that guy in. Spacing bigs are not cheap. Look at Miles Turner. I'm not gonna call him a bad player, but $30 million for a big that can shoot, that can't rebound, who's, in my opinion, kind of soft. You can say Yasin. Alpi is soft too. I agree. Sometimes he has soft moments. Sometimes he plays big. It changes from game to game. But Miles Turner for 30 million, I don't know. He's on the older side too. So all to say, and there's a lot more I can discuss. I'll leave it back to you, Greenleaf. But the last thing I want to say is the roster reconstruction that you have to make for Giannis in terms of surrounding him with shooters. I think if you do the same thing with LP starting this offseason, right? Keep LP, keep Amen, and bring more shooters around him, right? I think that's going to help his game a lot too. And then if you put Giannis in today's roster today, right, without a point guard, a legitimate point guard, which we don't have, I think Reed is kind of the closest thing we have to it. But Giannis without a point guard, it limits him as well. So wouldn't you want to see, I mean, as a Rockets fan, like seeing this team, I want this team to succeed. I would want to see what this team looks like fully healthy, with shooters, with Fred back. And then by the deadline next year, if LP still doesn't look good and you have Giannis still available, then you maybe make a move. But I don't think it's worth the risk. I'll say that.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah. I mean, we are just speaking opinions and perspective. But if we also just, talking about player for player without a point guard, and with the offense high set up, throw the ball to Giannis, he gonna give you what he give you on his own merit, with or without a point guard. Along with Kevin Durant, and it's like we speaking the same language. If we saying, oh, we need to, build a team around more shooters around LP, and we saying at the same time that Giannis needs shooters around him, we basically saying the same thing. So on both sides of the coin, you have Giannis who can get you 20, 28, 29, and 10, healthy. And we talking about a window of winning championships with Ime Udoka as your head coach, who's hunting for a championship, Kevin Durant hunting for a championship, and Giannis hunting for a championship. So it's like we just continuously building, pieces here and there. But I'm in the fact where I think they're trying to go for the gusto. That's all I'm saying about the whole situation. I'm fine with keeping Sengun and doing that as well. And we gonna, keep it how it is. But I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is a great player in his own right, a champion, a leader in his own right. So we talking about all that in one little pot. they go for it, we got to deal with it. If they don't, we have to deal with that as well. So, somebody feel like, oh no, I got Jan K. Jan K, what it do, Jan K? What you got on this topic? What you got on this, Jan K?
What's up, Greenleaf? Well,
What's up with
I
it?
don't know if the rumors are true or not, but just to speak on it hypothetically, personally, I would not mind trading anyone. I'm on the fence about Alpy, but the only two besides him I think that they should keep would be Amen and Reed. Other than that, I don't mind them trading anyone. I'm not sure why one of the guys on the panel mentioned that Bari was untouchable. I'm not sure why people feel that way. He hasn't been playing like he's untouchable. The main thing I like about him is his size, and he could fill in as a center sometimes. But other than that, his consistency doesn't speak on him being not tradable. But I think it's a great topic.
Yeah. I feel like no one's untouchable. You feel me? I feel like I want a championship. I like certain players. I cut for certain players and give them the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, shit, I want a championship. And Kevin Durant on the back end of his career, but he can still give you 27, a night. You have young guys who still trying to produce them numbers. And you have a 2-year window. Giannis, I think Giannis, brung it up. You might have to extend them and everything like that. But at the end of the day, he still have a young future. So, I don't think nobody's untouchable. They have to stay on their toes. Stay on their toes. At the end of the day, that's why I bring it back to playoff performances. You know what I'm saying? People mad about Dillon Brooks. We should have kept Dillon Brooks. Maybe we should have, kept Jalen Green to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I hear all the Twitter noise. So that being said, Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green went to bed in playoffs. If you look at the numbers and look at how the playoffs went, Dillon Brooks didn't perform as a, anchor defender like we wanted to. He didn't make the shots that he was making in the regular season. And then Jalen Green as well. So at the end of the day, when you don't see Jabari making clutch shots and Alperen Sengun, not taking his matchups, and taking advantage of his matchups at his position, it'll look different. And then we're gonna come back and revisit these conversations.
Hey, yo, Greenleaf, let me chime in on that because you mentioned Dillon Brooks. All right, listen. I think it's more that Ja Morant was suspended 25 games and couldn't stay healthy, and the Grizzlies have been such a disaster is why the Memphis Grizzlies fell off. Let's not just act like the so-called ultimate glue guy in the game is the reason Dillon Brooks is the reason why the Memphis Grizzlies fell off. Let's not act like if Dillon was on this team, he'd still be thinking he was Kobe or some kind of reincarnation of Kobe Bryant, taking bad shots, fumbling and doing. I remember watching the dude play
in the playoffs. He didn't play like that.
I remember watching this dude play. Exactly. So when everybody talking about, man, Dillon this, Dillon that, if Dillon Brooks, man, look, I sat here and watched this dude play for an entire season. Let's not act like that Dillon Brooks was the be-all, end-all, and he was the reason why we were the number 2 team in the West last year. Stop it. I don't like that. It's just, that's kind of ridiculous that people would throw that out. I mean, and our defense probably has lagged a little bit. I mean, I just think it's just probably the IQ of the players, lack of point guard, whatever it is, man. The West has also gotten better. I mean, it's a tough conference. But like this whole story today, man, I just think it take us off that scent of them stinking up that place last night up in Chicago, man. Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, I get it. I mean, that loss so bad yesterday. They better talk about something else besides why the hell we lost to the Chicago Bulls last night.
Ugly loss.
But they better talk about something else instead of talking about that.
Alp, and KD,
all showed up.
Bro, they
They
showed
all
up.
showed up. They all
They
showed
showed
up.
up.
But
But it
who?
wasn't
You
enough
know what?
against the goddamn Bulls.
You know what? I was working, so I couldn't come on last night, and I just
No,
heard
that's
some
all
of that
good.
ridiculous stuff going on. Nobody called out the fact that Reed Sheppard went 5 for 17. Nobody's really talking about Jabari going 2 for 10. That's why
Oh,
we
I mean,
lost.
Nah, we talking. No. We talking about this shit.
I
JNK, you
said
don't.
No,
something,
I'm
bro.
just saying,
JNK gonna bring that
but
up.
you know, it was certain characters that have put it on KD or LP, and it's just like, no,
Nah, I feel you. I feel
we.
you.
I mean, we talking about a dude. We were praising Reed Sheppard the game before. Now you come by and you shoot 32% from the field in this game. Or you shot 20% from the field. That's why we lost. I mean, we could talk about defense all day, this and that, or whatever, whoop de whoop. But, bro, I mean, we giving you all this praise one game, and this game you come out, you go 5 for 17, my G. Boy, we give you all this praise for having a good game. Next time you come out, you go 2 for 10, bro. Tari Eason, you just a zero walking around the court. Bad body language, bad everything. That's why we lost. Man, you don't have to start at the top. I get it. We're going to always blame our two best players, but when they both had exemplary games, now it's
Yeah,
like,
you gotta look.
who else?
You gotta look at
Who
the
you going to
roster.
blame?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
nah, I feel you, bro. Them niggas was missing shots, bro. They was missing shots. We talked about it though last
Yo,
night.
can I
Though. Yeah, go ahead.
I can say
That's what I mean. Go ahead, bro.
What's up, G? You was breaking up.
No, I'm good. You
Yeah, you
good?
good now. Yeah, you good.
All right. So to chime in, all right, everything has been said. So the Jabari thing is because if anybody been learning from KD, it's been Jabari. I've been seeing flashes of his offensive game and the things he's been adding to his repertoire. You know what I'm saying? His bag has been like he's been learning from KD for a while, and they run open gym together and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I bet he's great on defense. If anybody's been learning from KD, it's been Jabari. You know what I'm saying? So I've been seeing flashes in his offensive game. That's all I've been. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think he should go nowhere. 'Cause I think he really gels with KD great. You know, and for one thing, I feel like the Rockets, like with the Dylan Brooks thing, I feel like the Rockets fan base needs. I'm not like a homegrown Rockets fan. I'm more of a KD fan, but I feel like the Rockets fans need to temper expectations altogether because last year could have been a little bit of a facade, you know, and Jalen Green didn't like play good with Fred VanVleet. Dylan Brooks was very erratic in his offensive game and his defensive game. He doesn't have really a large bag. You know what I mean? As far as his offensive game, he don't have a bag like for real. And I feel like they like just getting KD. Some of them are okay. Also, like instant championship. I don't believe that should have been the automatic set when they see Fred VanVleet went out. Now we ain't got no point guard. Oh, we got a rookie. You know what I mean? Reed Sheppard. Okay, maybe he can, but we'll just see in and out. He plays in and out. You know what I'm saying? That's been from the beginning. In the first game of the season, they went double overtime with OKC. I felt like that was a major like a show of you know what I'm saying. That was like the first time they ever played all together like for real, and they took them double overtime. You know what I mean? So I feel like they've been a little tougher on how the Rockets are playing. Like the fan base has been tougher on how they've been playing this season. Period. But not seeing
Yeah,
the flashes. There's been a lot
it's
of
it's
flashes of greatness from the jump
it's just
from
the
the beginning of the
expectation.
season.
It's just the expectation of the team.
Yeah, and I think I get it. You know what I mean? KD is a great player, and Sengun did a lot of great things, but they didn't know. Oh, okay, I mean, he used to play point guard a little bit back in, you know what I'm saying, his junior days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he can play point guard, but okay, he's not really a point guard. But let's start him off from the beginning of the season and see what's gonna happen. And it clicked, something clicked, man. It was a lot of I don't know what it is, but they show flashes of greatness that I see championship material. But like you said, Sengun not handing out injuries. There's been a lot of injuries. Dorian Finney-Smith just came back. He was hurt the whole time. You know what I mean? It's like I felt like the expectations been a little too high, and then it's been too much pressure on KD. Nobody expected KD to be playing damn near MVP level for the first quarter of the season. You know what I mean? Like he's been playing. He was playing with that type of efficiency. You know what I'm saying? Just a glue guy, just with his team, this young ass team that he's playing with, man. Like there's a lot of young players that he just chose to come play with or whatever. You know, and like that was just almost his first top pick, his top option. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me go play with them. But these is a lot of young players that KD is making a decision to go. Okay, I'll come play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he deserves a lot of credit for that. But it's been too much pressure for okay, they need a championship. They got Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? But last year, I don't think it was. It was. I don't think it was what it was. You know what I mean?
Gotcha, Fredo. Hey, I want to see what the homie Mr. Maz pulling up. Maz, what's up, man? Salute. Maz, you there? Can y'all hear Mr. Maz? Maz. Can't hear you, Maz. Go out and come right back in.
While we're waiting on him, I just want to add something real quick. I think that my understanding is they considered all this at the beginning of the season or when we had some injuries early on, but the front office didn't want to pull the trigger on a trade to get Giannis because we believed in our young core. Bari and Tari, they have all this talent and all these years, whereas Giannis, who knows how long he has, regardless of how great he may be, he's an older player. But now we're considering now, just a few months later, after we're not happy with our young players' performance. So that, in my opinion, that's going to devalue their market value. So we're going to have to give up even more than what we would have had to give up earlier in the season. So I think if we'd have pulled the trigger earlier, it would have, we would have had a better option. Now in my opinion, we're going to have to give up a little bit more because why we want to give up on our young players now. Of course, the other side is going to be looking at that.
I mean,
But how does fan base want a championship so bad? They have to pull the trigger on somebody like that because they're saying, "Oh, where the ring at? Where the ring?" This fan base wants a ring, so they have to do something like this.
hey, Mr. Maz, you there, bro? Your mic fixed? You good?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, yeah. What's up with it, Maz? What you got on it?
Well, first and foremost, Alperen Sengun ain't never showed no greatness in this league. So let me get that clear right now. He ain't never been no great player in this league. I'm never sure why we're even putting that word next to his name. I mean, I'm cool with Kevin Durant getting that type of
You got
praise.
an echo, Laro.
But, bro, like, I don't think Giannis is the move to make, man. Like, that makes us worse. You bring in a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, your whole offense has to change. Like, he can't play off ball. Like, he ain't been past the first round in 3 years. He's been getting his ass kicked. And so it's not like Giannis is out here doing super things. And if y'all want to say he ain't got no help, then okay. But super players do super things. I mean, I'm not asking Giannis to get to the finals, but goddamn, can you win the playoff series? Which he hasn't done in the last 3-4 years. And so I don't think he's the guy, right? And I'm going to call spade a spade, and you're not going to like this, Green, but that Kevin Durant trade, bro, I think that set us back for some years, bro. It did. Because what that does is it puts you in a pickle. It puts you in a pickle. And so let's say you go get Giannis. Well, you're giving
They
up the
still
farm.
got a great young core.
If you go get Giannis, you're giving up all your young assets, bro, to go get him.
I disagree with that, Maz, because he's injury prone and he want to leave Milwaukee. So I don't think the stakes are going to be too high, in my belief. I think his value went down.
No. Listen, I do agree that his value has gone down, but you're not going to get Giannis Antetokounmpo for like Tari Eason, Amen Thompson, and I mean, bro, like it's going to take a mountain to be moved to get him. Even if the stakes has gone down, bro. Kevin Durant stakes went down last season when he missed the playoffs, and we still gave up Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green for him. And so, I mean, listen, to get Giannis, we have to give up something big and a lot of rotational pieces, bro. And so I would have rather kept Jalen and Dylan and just waited out.
But they set the bed in the playoffs, Miles.
No. Okay, but Green, looking back on it,
and then you know what I'm saying, we somebody giving a role player. Our role players
Yeah.
ain't our role players right now. We expect more from our role players. We're not gonna blame them, but they're not giving us.
Right.
They ain't give us shit last night.
But
Not Jabari, not
I
Tari,
gotta
not
push.
Dorian.
Yeah, but I got to push back on
I got you.
which what you're saying is true about, you know, Dylan and Green not having the best postseason last year. We all agree on that. But there has to be room for error and room for growth. Just because they wet the bed, you can't be so quick to give up on your young talent. Like OKC had some bad.
So the young
postseason
talent
runs.
was only Jalen Green, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay,
Last-
And he had
that's
4
fair.
years.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So we
that-
talking about year
no,
5 with
no,
LP. It's basically
hold
like
on.
a discuss. Yeah, okay. Go ahead,
But
man.
he didn't have 4 years in the postseason, though. He had 1 year in the postseason. That's what I'm talking about. And so last year was Jalen Green's first season in the postseason. And so he needs to be allowed to make mistakes because it's his first postseason run. And I'm looking at teams like OKC and teams like that. They let their young guys make mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, all I'm saying is this, though, and I'll be quick, Green. If you're going to give up your young pieces like that and a veteran player like Dylan Brooks, who is very impactful, looking back on it, I don't think Kevin Durant is the right person to go get if you're giving that up. Looking back on it, I just don't think so, bro. And I think that's going to put us back on the eight ball, moving forward. And so, but Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro, he's not the answer. He's not the answer.
Why not?
And,
Ain't he better than Sengun?
It's not about being better than Sengun. It's about who's the better. It's about, do you fit with what we're trying to do? Yes, I think he's better than Sengun.
So
But
whatever
being
we
better,
want from Sengun, Giannis can't do on some symptomatic shit. I'm not trying to go, extraordinary. I'm just saying.
listen,
I'm talking about
I think we're going to
player
get
for player.
Yeah, player for player. We're probably going to get a lot more out of Giannis Antetokounmpo than Sengun. But there's some things that Sengun does that Antetokounmpo can't do. But again, it's not always about player for player who's better. Because Kevin Durant's better than Dylan Brooks, bro. We know that. But we see the impact in Phoenix. We see it. And so sometimes, bro, it's not about your talent. I mean, that plays a role. But, bro, it's about the intangibles, like all the small stuff that players do. We in trouble, bro. Listen, if we're already talking about bringing in Antetokounmpo and making another splash, bro, then that lets me know that looking back on it, Rocky they won't say it's publicly. I have a second guess about bringing it, bro. In my opinion,
Maj, you breaking up.
Second guess in Kevin Durant.
You breaking up, Maj.
Man, I seriously hate sometimes. I guess he's still trying to talk. He don't know.
No, go. He was breaking up.
Man, look, man, I
My bad,
seriously
bro.
hate.
My bad, bro.
No, you got it. You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish. You broke up. Go ahead and finish.
Okay. Last point. They're not going to say this in public, but if we're already thinking about making another big splash and bringing in Giannis, bro, that just tells me behind the scenes that the Rockets personnel, the ones who make the decisions, Rafael Stone and those guys, bro, I think they're already second guessing the KD trade, bro. He's a great talent, but I can only imagine that behind closed doors, bro, they're probably second guessing that move, bro. In my opinion.
MVP level, bro. This dude funny.
No, I ain't funny, bro. The Rockets is funny, bro. Yeah, I ain't funny, bro. Last night's loss was funny, bro. What you mean I'm funny? Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we talk about the last night loss. You know what I'm saying? 3 of our guys, it's supposedly for the future. And key pieces to win us a championship. And we couldn't get it done, whatever the case may be, man. But
right.
I'm just saying, player for player, Giannis over Sengun, whether, numbers say what they say, individual stats, I just feel like the Rockets have a trajectory to win a window. I mean, have a window to win the championship. You know what I'm
But
saying?
Green,
It might sound
Greenleaf, you got to add another name to that, bro. You just can't say Giannis for Sengun straight up. You got to add a name, add
Nah, I
another
ain't say
name
Sengun.
to it,
I
man.
just said Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Trade for Giannis.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
but we know, but you got to add another name to it, bro. You got to give
I
up something else.
Brother, he was born in the year 2002.
I said it plenty of times, bro. Pick your poison. Pick who you want. It has to make sense. Whether it's Alp, Jabari. I said this multiple times because Jabari is going to make 22 to $24 million. You put that contract with Alp's contract, that's over $50 million. So if the Rockets want to do that, then you lose that stretch for shooting. If you want to do, you know what I'm saying, replace the position, Alp and Giannis, because they do basically the same thing. Just one, just a MVP, and he, you know what I'm saying, he can get you a bucket on his own merit. You know what I'm saying? But if it's Giannis, I mean, if it's Alp, Jabari, or Alp, Dorian Finney-Smith's contract, and Tari sign a trade, or Clint Capela's contract, it has to make sense with that. And you add on some draft picks, Jabari, Sengun, draft picks, and whoever. You know what I'm saying?
So most definitely, you got some untouchables in, right?
Yeah. We said that when Jan K pulled up. Jabari, she said Jabari shouldn't be untouchable because I think Fredo Almighty, you know, believe that, you know, Jabari and Amen Thompson, you know, really are the true defenders in the starting lineup. And, you know, saying if you replace an Alp over Giannis in the starting lineup, you have that with Jabari stretch for shooting 3, and they can interchange with the 4 or 5 position. You know what I'm saying? How you play defense. I ain't too many centers walking you down. Only centers we looking out for in the West is Jokic and who else? In the West, who else?
OKC, bro. I mean, the OKC.
I'm talking about the big man. We scared of the big man from the OKC with Giannis and Jabari.
Bro, Chet Holmgren is walking that down, bro. What you mean?
No, I'm just saying. If you have Alp out there and Jabari over Sengun, I mean Sengun and Jabari over Giannis and Jabari, that's more interchangeable defense and hip side defense over Sengun's defense and Jabari defense out there.
Yeah, but Giannis Antetokounmpo ain't playing defense right now, bro. He ain't walking nothing down right now in Milwaukee.
Alp ain't playing no defense.
You're right. I mean, listen, both guys didn't play no defense, but I sure do like Alp's offense better than
over Giannis offense.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Okay.
This is a
I
shooting
mean, Miles,
it's a
that's
shooting
your
league.
opinion. I mean, you know,
It's a shooting league, bro. Like, I mean, if you can't hit perimeter shots, then
I disagree.
come on. You disagree all you want to, bro. You tell me when Giannis got to the second round in the past 3 seasons. Please go ahead, tell me. You tell me, since you disagree. Go ahead.
Man, I'm just saying, Alp ain't gonna lead us nowhere by
I
himself.
agree with that too.
On God.
If you have KD in a 2-year window, how far are you gonna get with KD and Giannis together with role players surrounded around them? Whether it's adding more shooting, because like you said, you're gonna need more shooting with Alp. You're gonna need more shooting with Giannis. You're gonna need a point guard with Giannis and KD. You're gonna need a point guard with KD and Sengun.
Man, you know what? I would feel a whole lot better if a Portland is expecting Dame Lillard back next year and we can get a Drew Holiday to come here alongside with Fred. I would feel more comfortable with something like that than swinging for like a Giannis trade, bro. I don't want to subtract too much from this team because I think if we had a upgrade at point guard, because I'm not willing to say if Fred was here, we would be in a much better position or whatnot, right? I think we would still probably be maybe third. We're not gonna win. I don't think we win a championship. I mean, I get it. Fred's good, and I would have loved to see how it played out. But just seeing how these boys hooping in the West this year, San Antonio, I don't think that would have been enough, bro. I really don't. I would have loved to see it, but since we can't see it, we can't see it.
Hey man, you can potentially have 3 7-footers that can be interchangeable on defense. KD at 37 years old, he ain't no slouch on defense. Jabari ain't no slouch on defense, and Giannis ain't no slouch on defense. So you got 3 interchangeable guards. I mean, wing forwards, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, and then offensively, they can do what they do. You know, I still believe we need an offensive coordinator alongside Ime Udoka. That's not going to change it all. You know what I'm saying? Some shit need to change.
And then we got to think about all those lower extremity injuries that Giannis been having lately over the last few seasons. Also, man, every year missing because of
that's true. I mentioned that as well, Laro. That is true. You know, a lot of injuries. That's why I think his value it's not really like that because team like, oh well, he's getting injured, whoop the whoop. So we don't trust that to a certain degree. So it's some stipulations and stuff that can be added on with your in negotiations with players and stuff like that. Like Kevin Durant. I thought it was gonna be Jabari and Dylan Brooks contract. I said that shit last year. I thought it was gonna be Jabari. I ain't know it was gonna get rid of Jalen Green. But then when you look at it, his contract making 30-something million, then you got Dylan Brooks, 20-something million. You put that together, it's Kevin Durant's contract, and both of them two together, that makes KD. KD started the season out playing defense, trying to let the young niggas cook. One trying to take the spotlight. But then they start giving him the ball, stay in the offense. No Fred VanVleet. Shout out to Elder in the chat. He say Bucks. Elder say Bucks should demand Barry in the trade. And I you know what I'm saying? I don't disagree with that. If you want something, you got to give up something. So at the end of the day, contracts have to make sense. How you bringing the players in, and then it's about what the Bucks want. Whether it's Barry and Sengun, that could be the duo to go with draft picks and other role players and stuff like that. I don't know at the end of the day. So like I said, that I don't care who it is. I'm trying to it's a window to win the championship, and you don't make a move bringing in KD and just thinking the role players without Fred VanVleet can't step up to the plate. You're looking at Giannis disruption in Milwaukee. So, you know what I'm saying? You try to make that happen.
I mean, Tory still got value. You know what I'm saying? Tory still got value.
Nah,
How?
bro. Nah. Tari done, bro.
He done here, man. That's what I'm telling you. He done here, man. But he still got value elsewhere.
Man, I think instead of like swinging out and try to get a big star, we should just try to improve our role players, bro. Cause it don't matter who you bring here, my nigga. You can have Michael Jordan here in the flesh. That nigga ain't winning with this bench and these role players, bro. DFS, these niggas ain't hooping, bro. We need to come on now. Y'all niggas know this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, man. But Giannis gave Milwaukee a championship, man. He ain't had the best roster around him. You know what I'm saying? So he skated by Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But he got his ring, man. He brought that city a championship, man. He don't owe them nothing. So you know what I'm saying? They can't ask for too much for Giannis because, like you say, he injury prone. So we don't have to sell the house. We don't have to really sell the house to get Giannis to, like y'all saying all these things that they can say to say, oh, to devalue him. You know what I mean? So we don't really have to give up everybody like that. Tari and Sengun, a couple picks if we got it, or DFS, that I think that'll do it, man. Like if y'all saying that, oh, he's getting old, he injury prone and all this, you know. I don't really see why it won't work, man. Because KD been playing the two from the beginning. At the beginning of the season, KD was playing the two. You know what I mean? So that's not really. But he was excelling in that role. You know.
Man, I hear you, man. I mean, if I was Milwaukee, I wouldn't do it. I hear you, but I don't. At the end of the day, it's still a business, and I mean, you want to get the most for your asset. I mean, if you, I don't think they're gonna be trying to do Giannis any favors by slighting their franchise or whatever, right? So, I mean, I know if I was Milwaukee, I wouldn't let them go for minimal access or whatnot. So I mean, it's
This is
kind
a
of early,
different.
right? It's
This a
kind of
different
early right
game.
now. So I mean, only way I think he'll go for a cheap price like that if Giannis came out and he directly said, "That's where I want to go. I don't want to go nowhere else, and I'm not
I
re-signing
mean,
with anybody else." I mean, I think
this
that's the only way we can get him for the cheap, get him for the low. If Giannis comes out directly and says something like that, but I mean, man, Milwaukee don't owe the Houston Rockets or your honest any favors. They don't owe
I'm
him no
saying
favors.
though, this the era of player. movement. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the one thing I say LeBron really brings to the game is player empowerment. So he's been influencing players to make their own moves. You know what I mean? Harden, AD. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of players, not a lot, but a few players that follow LeBron. You know what I'm saying? His blueprint of okay, he go have his own destiny, go where he want to go, and choose. And you know what I'm saying? Like that. This is a new era. You know what I'm saying? So hey, like he can make things rocky for him. You know, like for real.
Hey, the crazy thing about that is why LeBron never did that for himself, though. He never did it. He waited until his contract was up before he left. So, I mean, he actually hasn't done it himself. I mean, you could try to say what we think about if he was the one that forced that AD trade over to the Lakers or whatnot. But, I mean, LeBron never did it himself. LeBron never forced his way out of any situation. He waited till his contract was up and he left. So, I mean, I get it just because he been the face of the league for so long. I mean, but I mean, he never did it himself. He never did it. But I mean, we have seen players like James Harden do it. But I mean, I don't think that's very ethical. But I guess you want to call it player empowerment. I mean, I guess you can call it player empowerment. It wouldn't be the first time if he. But the only way I think we can get him for a cheap price and get him on the low if he said this is where I want to go and I'm not going to resign with anybody else. That's the only team I'm going to resign with. I think we can get him for a cheap price then, but I think we'll have to give up one of our young players or whatnot. And I'm going to say either Reed Sheppard, Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., either one of those three added to the deal. I don't think people too concerned about Jabari Smith Jr., but I think it'll take one of those three players unless Giannis specifically wants to come here because it's too
You don't
many
think
other
he'll sign in
teams.
Houston, Laro? You
Because
don't
I
think
think
he'll
it's
be
too
committed
many.
to Houston?
Yeah, I think he would, but I think it's too many other teams in the league that could probably offer more than just Alperen Sengun and some,
Jabari.
some back end
So,
players
so,
of the
so,
roster or
so
whatever.
what can the Lakers offer if they
brother.
go
But
over there?
one second, the Milwaukee part, like in Turkey, they wrote that the workers all and the owner of Milwaukee, they want LP badly, bro. Everybody in Turkey says this. Everybody
What they say, Kareem?
in Turkey, brother, they wrote that the club owner, the franchise owner, that he wants LP and that he's too huge fan of him, and that's why they said that he wants to trade Giannis for Sengun. And yeah, like everybody in Turkey says this right now, bro. I looked to some um I still say tweets, brother. All of them say this right now, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's all hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? Like Laro was saying, it's all hypothetical at the end of the day. But at the same time, Rockets won a championship. Tim Fertitta ain't playing around trying to bring a championship to Houston. You still have future assets. You still have a future. You know, with whoever the piece of Amen Thompson. You know what I'm saying? And whoever gets traded. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of teams have a 1 year window to win the championship. All the teams have 1 year championship, 1 year to win the championship, and I believe they're trying to go for the gusto. The Houston Rockets, if that's true with the sources and everything like that. But like I said, man, we still gonna be trying to hunt down. We still gonna be looking to see how these guys develop with each other, and we seeing without Fred and a true a natural point guard, somebody that can just set the stage up for these guys who really need a point guard. Uh, it's just unfortunate. He said no bar. Pastor say no bar, no deal. Bucks would allow Amen to stay. That's understandable, but no bar either. Laughable. No, we not. I'm saying like Jabari's contract should be put on the table. You know, it could be considered things like that. If you want to
Greenleaf, brother,
bargain
I got
for
a
it.
question.
Hmm.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Brother, what like in Germany they don't really write this, you know? Brother, what is if any NBA player says stuff like I don't like the society or the city where I will play. I don't want to go there. What happens then, brother? Nothing, right? They don't have any choice, right? If LP says I don't like Milwaukee because it's a small city or something, I don't know, like little city. What would happen then?
You saying if LP say he don't got no choice but to get traded. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no say so where he want to go. I
Just
mean,
like
Giannis.
Doncic, right?
You say what?
Just like Luka, right? Because he didn't have any choice too, right?
Yeah, he didn't have no choice. They traded him regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether
Okay,
on
good.
Luka level or LP level. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no say so where you go. If the team want to get rid of you for something better, now it has to make sense for the team, not the individual player at this standpoint.
Yeah. Okay, brother. I thank you, bro.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. But
And man, I feel like I just want to say this, man, again, like the Rockets fan base need to get over this. Oh, we had Jalen Green, we had Dylan Brooks, man. Like Fred and Jalen did not play well together. They had opportunities to show how they play with each other, and if one had a good game, the other one didn't have a good game, and that's how they played the whole season almost, always into the playoffs, where Fred basically had to just take over and Jalen didn't perform. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it's been that whole all the last year. I watched like all the NBA, play all the like almost all the teams, like, but they didn't play well together. You know, and Dylan is very erratic. You know what I'm saying? I will say this again on offense and defense. He fouls out a lot. He gets texts and all this other stuff. And I don't think his defense is that well, or he contributes to the team well enough. How Draymond has, you know what I'm saying, in a system, contributed enough to where okay, he's a glue guy on both sides, and we can deal with a little erratic behavior here and there, but he's not taking wild shots, wild threes. Draymond not doing that. You know what I mean? So like the last year, I don't think the Rockets was. I think they need to look at this year as it was a whole new. This is a whole new almost team because they really didn't have to blow up the team to get Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? They got rid of two players that you know what I'm saying was like like just not really consistent on offense that much. You know what I'm saying? So with the team, with the whole team. Fred, you know what I'm saying? Him going down was catastrophic. You know what I'm saying? Like that was, and like he's turned into an assistant coach. That's how much he's even. You know what I'm saying? Contributing to the team while he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? He's become the assistant coach. And I want to say that Ime has drawn up great plays, but some players are out of position because he don't have a natural point guard. You got Amen playing the dunker spot and running point guard, and sometimes he even Amen needs to bring the ball up the court. You know what I'm saying? Now we got Reed doing it, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's like he got players out of position. He draw up great plays, but when he's able to put Amen in the wing and in the dunker spot, he's getting open dunks almost every play. And when he's able to draw that up, you know, I wouldn't say the inbound plays are the best. You know,
yeah, yeah. Nah, I got you, bro. I got you.
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, mute your mic. Yeah. it's just a lot of I think it comes down back to Raphael Stone. He want to make these big significant moves to help the team out, having a window to win a championship. I think it comes back to him. He didn't pull the plug on really helping his team out with a point guard, and I think it hurt the team and the fan base because you showing the fan base, man, y'all kicking the tires on the team, man, on the season. However far we get with Kevin Durant, without with Amen Thompson development at the PG and Reed Sheppard, development as an individual, combo guard and trying to perform as a starter, off the bench player, all that is involved around Raphael Stone's decision not to bring in help. And so you make a move with Kevin Durant off of the performance of Jalen Green and the Dylan Brooks situation. So now you have Chris Mannix saying the Rockets, can make a major run, expected to make a major run for Giannis. I don't think that's asinine to think about, with the, games that we've been saying, oh, Jabari he ain't been consistent. He had an 8-game slump. Then he had a 25-game performance where he was on a career high status, being a guy, just get in where you fit in. And, when you look at Alperen Sengun, the 2-time All-Star, how far can Alp get you into the playoffs, single-handedly, with a exceptional group around him, you talking about you teeter-tottering with third, fourth seed, and then now you 6th seed. So how far you get with this team without Fred, is going to factor in what do you do with the Giannis situation. A player like that at that caliber of his stage, in the midst of his prime, that can still give you what he can give you. And Kevin Durant numbers, what I'm saying, and we talk about Kevin Durant's leadership. Is Giannis a leader when he's on the court? Without guys around him, his team might not be, up to par like with the Drew Holidays and Chris Middleton, but I think Amen Thompson and Jabari can knock down certain shots, or if we keep around the other guys, Tari Eason and Dorian Finney-Smith, so to speak, I think you put them guys in certain type of packages to, just to make the team better, because you got the size, the sample size of what you're seeing throughout the season. Dorian Finney-Smith, to Elder's point, he's shadow of himself with the whole injury thing, the ankle injury. So he still hasn't given you anything with 20 some plus games played when he came back. He's inconsistent. Tari Eason, his 3-point shot, his defense been inconsistent. Now he's back to the bench, just to have a rotation piece, just to make it look different. So at the end of the day, I just think the Rockets lost their identity on defense. And, with the push that the Rockets trying to do, winning championships and, with this window, it could be expected. Now, if we sitting on Alp and orchestrating the team with more, different type of wing defenders and playmakers and, scorers and stuff like that, I'm with that as well. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I mean, we shall see. We shall see. We're going to wait and see how Alp, Jabari, Amen, Reed Sheppard perform in the playoffs, Tyrese and perform in the playoffs like we did last year. So, at the end of the day, man, I just think that the Rockets are trying to push for something. And if you're a team that understands your roster and you looking back as a fan or outside of a fan base, as an NBA fan, you looking at how this roster is built, how this team is built, how they losing games, you understand the Rockets need to make a move or need to do something different. I rock with Fred VanVleet. I think he's going to bring something that we was missing this year at the point guard position, as a veteran, as a champion, as a leader. But at the same time, performance-wise, we have to understand how he's going to look coming back. That's why pushing Reed Sheppard and Amen Thompson to develop as a playmaking combo point guards, to see how this team will go and who's going to take a leap. And then that's not, that's not act like we're not seeing who can do what in their own merit and who can help what in certain situations in the playoffs. We seen how this team looked against Golden State, a well-formidable championship team with a team that never faced the playoffs in our young core group. You know, certain guys performed, certain guys didn't. And at the end of the day, when you banking on Alperen Sengun in the future, you banking on Jabari, uh, Tari Eason, and guys like that. We shall see, man. We shall see. So at the end of the day, um, the performance issue is gonna be a situation where who do you give up for Giannis? Who do you give up for Giannis, and who do you keep? You know, and I just think that the Rockets still had that window, and they have a lot of pieces to be exceptional, and they have room to breathe because a lot of people coming off the books next year. So you have a lot of money coming off the books. Uh, it's a lot of 1 year deals, non-guaranteed deals. So you have a lot of room to breathe. And with the if you want to keep Amen Thompson, right? If you're keeping Amen Thompson, and a lot of people believe that he's going to get a max deal, like or a super max rookie deal. Like I think that's a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how Raphael Stone rocks with his contract agreements, you know, guys gonna take certain type of pay cuts. Look at Kevin Durant. Look at Fred VanVleet, Jabari, Alp, Jalen, all those guys. So when you look at Amen Thompson, yes, he made first team. He made first team all defense, but at the end of the day, you're looking at the averages. 18 and 6 and what 5. So are you gonna pay him 250, $200 million max? And he can't shoot, stretch the floor for you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's impactful with his defense, but we saying that he took a step back on defense. So that means he needs help around him on defense as well. He can't be the main focal point on anchor on defense on the perimeter defense wise. And then, you know, Fred coming back, how does he look? So money makes sense. And then Fred gonna be on a 1 year deal coming back because he just signed a 2 year deal, $25 million a year, basically. And so it just had to make sense to me, you know, from the overall standpoint from the Rockets. And like I keep saying, man, I don't know why people don't, you know what I'm saying, they want to discredit Chris Mannix. And you know what I'm saying, even the fan base talk about it. So just like they talked about the KD rumors, you know, certain guys know behind the scenes how that was motion. When Woj, before he retired, he dropped the last bomb about Kevin Durant joining the Houston Rockets. The Rockets was trying to find an option of trading Jaden Green for Kevin Durant or Jimmy Butler and all those guys. You know, Paul Georges or certain what you know, Mikal Bridges, whoop the whoop. You know, those things were real at the time. And so that's just not, you know what I'm saying, be boo-boo the fool when it comes to Giannis because we might not like him, just like y'all might not like KD, but these guys still produce the numbers that these young dudes are trying to keep up and trying to do themselves, in my personal opinion. So if you want that championship, bringing in KD is one of those things. You know, we don't know how Fred gonna look. We don't know if KD gonna be fully healthy coming in next year. Giannis, yes, he has his deal with injuries, but you know, he's still impactful. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. You put Giannis on the court, that motherfucker impactful. Period. And you put him next to KD, that gives KD more room to be KD. And you know what I'm saying, to free him up. All this double teaming shit that he can't, you know, pass out the pocket and you know what I'm saying, when he get trapped up, who you gonna trap? KD or Giannis? You know? I'm just saying, man. I'm just talking basketball, bro.
Real, real. But hey, check this though. Jabari, when Jabari got drafted to the Rockets, what option do you think he was figured out to be? Do you think he was gonna be a second option, potential first option when he got drafted to the team?
I did. I mean, his first year and Steven Silas, you know, last year coaching the squad, you know, he was, you know, he really wasn't an option then, to be honest. You know, that was a season where they was pushing Alperen Sengun to be, you know, something, you know, as the starting center, and he was the second option. Giving Jalen Green and building him up to be the first option because he was a number 2 pick, you know, averaging 21 points per game as a Rocket, you know, and then you get Ime Udoka like defenders. And you know, you have to lock every player had to be locked in on defense. And you know, Jabari didn't
So
get his number called, and we talked about that season before. You know, Jabari Smith Jr. You know, your number don't get called, but you got to do the little things to help the team out. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he understands mentally where he is placed on his team in the NBA. He's not getting paid $30-40 million off a rookie scale contract. He's getting paid $24 million. You know what I'm saying? That's a trade or a piece that's not gonna take you over the luxury. You know what I'm saying? A second apron, a first apron type shit with a $24 million contract. He plays defense. He's coachable. You know, he can stretch the floor. He can play small ball. So he's very versatile, and he has size on him. You know, but he still has some things to work out, just like everybody else. Amen Thompson can't shoot. He can't run an offense. You know, and things like that. He can't dribble to the standard where a lot of people want him to be it as like that. So you still have Reed Sheppard trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Now he's getting the starters minutes and started playing time. You won't just say, oh, it's Reed Sheppard's fault. You say, hey man, he is in his second year and he needs time to grow just like everybody else. You know, until he signed that dotted line, he signed that contract extension off a rookie scale, and he's, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I don't want to sign. He on some Tari Eason shit. I'm worth more than what y'all trying to offer me. You know, if Reed Sheppard get like that as a number 3 pick, then you know the Rockets have options, and the Rockets have, you know, should have options and should be in a situation where they can do some things after, you know, when we get to Reed Sheppard's contract. So I just feel like, bro, the Rockets in a situation where they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. If they want to really go for a championship, or we just bringing in Kevin Durant just cause. Like, what are we really doing?
No, for sure. But I'm saying that because like I'm kind of empathetic to what Jabari had to go through mentally because he was drafted pretty high, and like you said, he was looking at it as far as a second option, and then okay, Jalen Green, they getting him high, and Jalen Green actually panned out as a phenomenal scorer. You know what I mean? He's a great scorer. So okay, now he's going to the third option. Now he's talking about bringing KD in. KD come in. Okay, Jabari thinking he might get traded, like you said. Trust me, I'm pretty sure he feel like he might get traded too. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
for sure.
but like he said he might get traded. He thought he was gonna get traded. But okay, KD come in, but now he's a fourth
Blue green.
option. He's a fourth option basically because Amen then turned into the third option. You know what I'm saying? Behind KD and Sengun,
Right.
Amen then he didn't flourish this season. It became the third option. So now Jabari is figuring out where he is as a fourth option now. You know what I'm saying? In his young career, and like you said, he had a 25 game stretch where he was great playing great basketball. So I've been seeing flashes of this year of greatness. He still hustle on defense. He got a motor. You know what I'm saying on both sides. You know what I'm saying. So I really like Jabari, bro.
Yeah, I ride with Jabari too. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, like he's not no, like, he was projected to be the number 1 overall pick. You know, Ben Carroll not held a hell of 5 season after he got paid. You know, he's averaging more points, but you know, how well is he leading the team and carrying the offense type of shit? He could be a role player if we would have drafted him type shit. But we not there. We talking about the boy right now on the Houston Rockets. He's not an option at all. Like, it's Kevin Durant, it's Sengun, Amen Thompson, and then everything else have to work itself out. That's why I say get in where you fit in with Jabari, Tari. You know, Reed Sheppard is the only one is in the development factor. Outside of Reed Sheppard, nobody's on development shit. We know who you are, and you should know who you are as an NBA player. Period.
No, I feel you, man. But just that energy, man, with KD coming, bro. I think it can throw Jabari. It threw Jabari off. You know what I'm saying? He's
What?
starting to play good, like you
What's up,
said,
Ken?
but
Nigga,
you
this nigga
know,
sound corrupted, bro. What do you mean KD energy
Nah.
fucking?
What you talking about? That's Fredo, man. That's Fredo. What you mean? What you mean, Ken?
Because what I'm hearing right now is corruption, man. Bro, nothing to KD's fault, bro. These young niggas gotta step up to the plate. Plain and simple, gang. Gang. These niggas don't want it, gang. Every other night, KD have to go for niggas to have a chance. That's not KD fault. These niggas gotta want to come to play basketball, bro.
I
Like
agree, bro, to
they have listen.
100%.
Listen, they getting paid millions of dollars. They want to get paid. They want to play, and then when they playing, they not producing consistently. But they want the money though. No, some bullshit. It's some bullshit, bro. But listen, but listen, man. I've been told y'all niggas, depending on how LP play this postseason, the Rockets might look to move him again because let's be honest, the Rockets trying to win now, and it looked like they trying to go all in. If they go get Giannis, and I think that would be a good move. I've been saying that because LP, he's not consistent enough as a number 2 option or whatever option he is. So you need something more consistent to help KD. KD's gonna get older. KD can't be carrying game in, game out. And that's why you see games like the Bulls. And then the
I can't.
games like, yeah, what up, Ray?
I can't. If you replace hypothetically, right? They saying like, oh, Alp needs spacers. You need a point guard. And they say, oh, Giannis needs spacers. He need a point guard. And you replace them 2 niggas on this team with the Rockets. What would it look like with Giannis on this team right now with no point guard and Kevin Durant getting their numbers on
They would be
them?
listen. They would be fighting for the 2nd seed right now. I'm gonna say that, and I'll tell
Without
you
Fred
this.
VanVleet, and
I'm gonna tell you why.
Steven Adams going
I'm gonna
down.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Giannis is a way better ball handler than LP. Is a way better finisher. He's not a better free throw shooter, but his production, you're getting more production out of him, which means he's drawing more attention, which means that take pressure off of KD, which means you get a better KD, which means you win more games.
You ain't even spoke on the defense.
I ain't
That's
even
the
speaking
main
on
important
defense
thing.
because defense really didn't lose us games this season. It's been the offense, and I'm speaking about the offense. But the defense, that's a wash. Giannis gonna get you. Giannis gonna get you a double double every night. On his worst games, he gonna get you a double double for sure. He getting you 10 rebounds and he getting you 10 points on his worst games. Our P worst
So
games, you getting 6 points, you getting 5 rebounds, you getting role player type shit. Giannis is still an elite role player on his worst games. So we could say what we want. Giannis on his bad day is better than LP, and Giannis on his good day is way better than LP. So y'all do the numbers, y'all do the math, do what y'all want to do. Giannis is a way better
To
fit for the Rockets.
100%. To
Way,
100%.
way
Bro,
better
you
fit than
talk like a lion, bro. Hey, you talk like a lion, bro.
he.
Keep going
Listen,
like that, man.
he's a way better fit for the Rockets, and he fits what KD needs. KD needs somebody who could take the pressure off him throughout the whole game. Giannis could do
straight up,
that, and then
straight up. And Fred coming back ain't gonna do it. And then you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
He already see how that is with Alperen Sengun as his number 2, 1A, 1B, however the fuck you want to look at it. So you bring in Giannis, KD gonna take have a big ass fresher breath there. You know what I'm
Listen, we
saying?
can't.
With Fred coming back.
Grant, I know niggas gonna say, "Oh, Giannis been hurt. Giannis defense ain't been shit since he won the
Man,
championship."
hey
But
Ken,
we
Giannis
can't
ain't gotta
listen.
do he
We
ain't gotta
can't
do too
listen.
much when he
We
come.
can't. It's hard to judge a player as great as Giannis in a lose situation. It's hard. We can't judge him in a situation where everything is bad. Everything is to shit. Just like KD and Phoenix last year. Everybody was thought KD was over with. Look, he came to Rockets and it's not what they expected, but he doing way better than he did last year in Phoenix. And people thought, oh, KD was a cancer. He can't do this. I understand Rockets fans, they feel like KD's not meeting their expectations, but they were saying that he can't help no team. And look, he came to Houston, he made an impact. Whether you say it was a good one or bad one, he made some type of impact because they have a winning record. They're inconsistent, but they still have a winning record, and they fighting for fourth seed in the West. So listen, man. At the end of the day, bro, Giannis is a better player, and the Rockets really want to win. They will go pursue him in this summer because I don't think LP can get you done. He had 30 against the Chicago Bulls. Woohoo, bro. Listen. The guy is not good enough, bro. He's not good enough. I'm gonna be honest. And the timeline for KD don't match up with LP timeline. So it's like what you want to do. You want to wait for LP or you want to win now?
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the mindset that possibly Raphael Stone was thinking. Like he want to see how certain guys perform in the playoff once again. You know, no help. Fred go down. You know what I'm saying? President of the basketball association, shit like that. And you know, he has some say so and shit. So I believe that's why you don't bring in the Chris Paul things like that. I think he would have helped. You know what I'm saying? So Chris Paul would have helped a lot for a lot of situations, basketball wise. You know what I'm saying? Old or not. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about guys that being erratic in the fourth quarter, and we putting the ball in Kevin Durant hands, and you Ime Udoka. That means you don't trust nobody else with the rock in your with the rock in their hand. You know what I'm saying? So
Imagine Giannis. Imagine if you're the boy to Giannis and then
man, come on, bro, get the
listen.
ball. Like if KD is bringing it up, they not trapping Kevin Durant half court with Giannis on the court, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just thought about this. Imagine if KD and Giannis pick and roll. Huh? They gonna pray to God to how to stop that shit. How they gonna stop a KD and Giannis pick and roll? Giannis going full head of steam downhill, and then you got KD for the kick out. How you stopping that? Let's pick your poison.
Pick your poison.
And then
I
here's the
heard.
thing. Here's the thing too. Giannis is a way better decision maker in the pocket than LP. He sees the game way better than LP. He sees the game like 2 plays ahead, 3 plays ahead, way better than LP. I'm not saying he's a great ass playmaker, but he's way better. His reads are way faster than LP. LP takes too long to read the game.
You know what,
Giannis is
Ken? Speaking on Giannis, Ken, not to cut you off, Young G, but I want to make this point, man, because I seen an interview with Akeem Olajuwon and Kevin Durant. And Akeem Olajuwon listed a lot of, you know what I'm saying, good big man in this area, I get in this era. And he paid his respect to the big man along with Kevin Durant. I don't think he mentioned you know what I'm saying, Sengun. And if he mentioned when he mentioned Sengun, he mentioned it on playing, he mentioned asking Kevin Durant, how does it feel playing with Sengun? You know, and Kevin Durant, you know, give him his respect. He was a different big man that he played with. But I never heard Akeem Olajuwon, you know what I'm saying, at the games or seen him at the games or really bigging up Sengun like that. And Akeem Olajuwon ain't on that soft shit. He give praise to Giannis, Jokic, and you know, Embiid, KD, as far as what he do at his size and position. He gave him praise. And so, and Akeem Olajuwon, he's the GOAT of Houston. You know what I'm saying? And as a big man, all around, all across the board, you know, and he don't see a lot. I never seen him give praise to Sengun with the era that he's in. I mean, him being here, he worked out with him. But guess what? Giannis worked out with him too. A lot of people worked out with him.
You don't respect him.
Hey.
I wouldn't either, bro. Listen, you flopping, you act, you walk around the court, run around the court, flopping and shit like you earn the respect. Like nigga, you ain't do shit to earn the respect, nigga. You barely made a fucking all-star team, nigga. You know why? Because niggas don't respect you. They don't respect your game. They don't respect what you bring to the game. Because you just like everybody else, flopping and begging for calls and shit. Come on, bro.
Hero shit, huh?
Come on, man.
I see the chat talking about Wemby. Shit, just think we had 2 7-footers that can switch off of women. Really 3 if you keep Jabari.
Wait, Wemby.
No, they saying like how Wemby, you know, and the Spurs, you know, as far as they rebuild situation. I'm like saying, yeah, everybody wanted Wemby. Wemby wanted to go to the Spurs and throwing up the fist bump when he got, you know what I'm saying, when he found out the Spurs had to pick over the Rockets and shit, right? So I'm just saying, like, the Spurs are here right now. It's yet to be seen what they capable of in the playoffs. But they have Wemby, and we know Wemby is the future. But I'm just saying, in the window right now, they haven't figured some shit out. You got 2 guys. You can build a team up with role players, whoop to whoop. But you have Giannis, a 7-footer, 6'11", KD 6'11", Jabari 6'11".
He could be the best player in every series the Rockets walk into. Can you say that about Sengun? No. Like once you have that, you have a chance, bro. As long as you have the supporting cast around the best player who can support him and support what he needs. Like, listen, bro, has Giannis never played with a 7-footer like KD before in his career, even at this age, or even a Jabari or a Amen Thompson. Wait, I just thought about it though. If we get Giannis, don't we have to trade Jabari though?
Say it again, Kim. My bad. My shit excuse. What'd you say?
If we trade for Giannis, who we gonna trade to get him?
Well, if you want to make the money make sense first, LP is gonna be sitting around LP in my belief. 2-time All-Star, so he has cachet. You know what I'm saying? And his contract. is going to be involved. 30 plus 33, something like that, $35 million. It could be Jabari throwing in there. He's going to get paid 22 to $24 million. Or you could do, if you want to keep Jabari in negotiation shit, throw in LP, Tari Eason, sign and trade with Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capela's contract with some draft picks, some second round shits going on, like shit like that. However you want to, put that puzzle together.
Wait,
But I
so
think it's gonna be in that situation.
so we can't get Miles Turner back too, or you think that's gonna ask for too
I
much?
don't want Miles Turner. I'd rather Bobby Portis, bro. I'd rather Bobby Portis. Somebody that's, what I'm saying, that's gonna bring some, toughness. This was
You
something
don't
that we
like
need.
Miles Turner?
No, not for
He
this
played in
team,
the
bro.
finals. No. I
I
just
agree. I
no,
agree.
I
But
just
no.
no. The reason why I want him is because I just want him next to Giannis. I don't want Giannis playing a 5. I don't know how I feel about that.
No, I'm not right on Miles Turner.
You want Giannis playing a 5?
I mean, it could be shit. If him and LP, he want to be a 4. You still probably have Steven Adams under contract. So if you want to do the double big lineup, like I said, if it depends on who we keeping, Ken. If we still got Jabari
Wait,
on the
you
roster,
think you think Giannis will play the 5 willingly, or you think he would be against it?
no, I'm just saying Jabari plays small ball 5. It's about who you guard. Ain't too many centers walking around cooking you or walking you down, bro. Come
You're
on,
right, but you're right. But when we see
what center we only fearing in the Western Conference, Ken?
no, I'm not saying. I'm saying
That's
when I
Jokic, right?
see
Jokic,
but
right?
when I see Giannis at his best, he was playing a 4. That's the only reason I'm maxing it. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, playing a
I
5
don't know.
could play it safe for him, injury
Could
wise.
help him,
He ain't
right?
got to do too much. Yeah, he ain't got to do too much.
Yeah, you're right.
And we
And
talking about playing defense on 5s. Ain't too many centers walking
I'm
around in
go
the West
coaching
cooking.
there. Yeah,
So we really
yeah.
talking about positionless league and a positioning standpoint with Ime Udoka as a coach. And still, I think Ime Udoka need to add some type of, coaching, repertoire to the squad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Imagine
people want Ime
Giannis.
Udoka out of here type shit too.
Imagine Giannis, Amen, KD, Fred, and like a shooter. Oh, and Reed. Nah, will we start Reed if we trade Jabari? Who would you put in the starting lineup if you trade Jabari?
If I trade Jabari,
Like who will be the starters with Giannis?
check this out, Ken. Elder in the chat, Pastor in the chat. He said
Salute, Elder.
Jabari makes $23 million next year. Sengun makes 35. Giannis makes 58 mil. Perfect. At a couple picks, I don't see a stronger deal for Giannis than that. That's what I'm saying. The money makes sense, and you're gonna want something from the Rockets. So if that's what's on the table, hypothetically, if that's what's on the table, I'll do that shit. I'll do it. Like I said, I thought like Elder would you know what I'm saying, knowledge that too. I thought Jabari was gonna be in a deal with Dylan Brooks type shit over Jalen Green in a trade. But Jalen had the contract, and I didn't think Phoenix was gonna accept, having Bradley Beal, but they shipped Bradley Beal and bringing in Devin Booker along with Dylan Brooks. So I thought Jabari was gonna be in that deal. So I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want people trying to stain me and try to stigmatize me of being a Jabari fanboy and like they was with Jalen Green. I'm just saying that Jabari, I like him over Jalen and Alperen Sengun because of what he brings to the table, his versatility. And I thought he was going to be traded over Jalen Green. So with this situation right here, getting Giannis, I can see that going. I can see that happening as far as like contracts matching, and you give up certain assets, a few, couple, multiple second round picks, and first round picks on top of it.
But I'm not gonna lie though, Green. Even if they do get Giannis, I'm worried about the bench. You still need a bench. You can't win without a bench, bro.
But a lot of money come off the books, Ken. So we're gonna have some room to work. Aaron Holiday, Jason Tate, Uncle Jeff, a Kogi. These is 1-year deal type of guys. So money coming back, and we can still really operate. And then you have Amen Thompson and Tari Eason contract extension coming up this summer. That's why I believe I signed a trade with Tari Eason. I'm out on the nigga. I'm out on Tari Eason.
Yeah,
I ain't
fuck
trying to
that
keep that
nigga.
nigga around the home no more. You
I
know what
don't
I'm
even
saying? He
care.
want
I
his
don't even
bread.
care that he's from the
Yeah.
hometown. Get that nigga
So
out of here.
You could sign a trade his ass if Milwaukee want to pay him, or you know,
Go get
if
Colin
he can get
Sexton,
walked,
man. Yo,
whatever.
what they doing with Colin Sexton is rotten right now, bro. He keep playing on fucking rebuilding after rebuilding after
Man, that
rebuilding team.
nigga
Why
cooked us
nobody want to
last
touch him?
night though. I ain't gonna lie, he cooked us
He's
last night.
nice, bro. He's a fucking dog. He has leadership qualities. He's a team player. He's gonna help the chemistry because he has his players back. He's gonna ride for his teammates, ride or die no matter what. That's gonna help a locker room. It's gonna help build a locker room, bring culture to a locker room. I don't understand why no championship team wants to touch him. It's just crazy to me. Crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy. But listen, man, the Rockets need to bring players in who gonna help build culture, bro. Bring identity to the team, bro. Like, like these guys not consistent. They're not playing with consistent energy every single night. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They don't got that dog mentality, bro. You need dogs. You need more dogs on the Rockets. These niggas are sorry. Tari Eason sorry. Fuck out of here, man. That nigga out of here, man. I just got a root for him because he on the team, but nigga, if he was on the team, I'll be cooking that nigga ass. He's sorry, bro. He's sorry. Yo, Green, you still here? Can't even hear him. Hold on.
Yo,
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 Green,
what's up with it?
I can hear you, bro.
Okay.
What you was saying though, gang?
Nah, I wasn't saying nothing. I thought you was cooking, Ken. What's up with it?
No, I was saying, bro, the bench, and I was saying, Tari Eason got to go, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was saying he got to go.
Tari Eason, you know, I mean, I don't think he can give us anything else, you know, in my opinion. You still gonna wishing and hoping he could play and be an exceptional, you know, role player. It didn't work out in the start position. You know, his 3-point position has dropped off. Can't rely on that. His defense took a step back. Can't rely on that. So at the end of the day, man, Tyrese, he wants a contract. He wants to get paid too. You know, so whether it's $20 million from another team, I think that's, you know what I'm saying, for him, you know what I'm saying, salute him to getting his bag. You know what I'm saying, understanding his situation, the health factor. But I'm as a Rockets organization, I don't think they're gonna give him 20 plus, you know, especially how he's performing right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to bet on himself and trying to fight for a contract off his rookie scale contract. So yeah, I'm out on his board. I mean Tari. So I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, we talking about championships. We talking about championships now.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't think the Rockets have enough talent. I think the defense could compete, but I think you don't take a step back with Giannis on defense. If anything, you take a step forward because I think he's a better rim protector than Sengun. He's way more consistent. I think he reads the game better than Sengun. He's just a smarter basketball player. So that's gonna help the Rockets right
Giannis
there.
is what 2-time MVP, bro, a champion.
Two-time
You know what
MVP.
I'm saying?
I
Finals
think like
MVP,
what is he? How much time he won Defensive Player of the Year? He won Defensive Player of the Year.
defensive player of the year,
All defensive teams, all NBA
come on,
teams. Like,
bro.
come on.
Come on, man. And we talking about LP trying to get us out the second round. Most niggas trying to put the tag on Kevin Durant, taking us out the first
The
round.
nigga 30 years old, bro.
Nigga
Like
38, he gonna be 38.
he
Bro.
gonna, but that's the thing though. He gonna do his part, which is the fourth quarter. That's the thing. You got to get KD to the fourth quarter. Get him to the fourth quarter, he could do his job. The problem is with this Rockets team, he carrying for the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter, you ask him to carry again. Like nigga, how the fuck that work? No, you can't ask him to do that. Not at this age, bro. He could either get you there, or he could take you home once you get him there. He can't do
That's it.
both, bro. He can't do
That's it.
both.
Like
Right.
KD, we all know, like you say, Ken, 37 going on 38 next year. So, like, what do you want from him outside of giving you 26 in his sleep? You know what I'm saying? Want him to be a leader, and we know he already said to y'all boys, like, hey man, I ain't trying to be all that. I'm trying to hoop. You know. So, what Fred at? What you know, Giannis is a more of a leader in his own right than Kevin Durant, in my opinion.
You think
He can
Ime like
galvanize the hoop.
Giannis?
Hell yeah. You talking about like just game for like game?
No, I know their relationship. I don't
Effort
know if they.
wise?
I don't know their
Man,
relationship. I don't know
hell
what the
yeah.
type of relationship they have.
Man, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You
Man,
think
I
he
don't give a
respects
damn
him?
what. You don't respect Giannis?
No. I don't know. I'm just asking.
I
Like,
mean, I'm asking you just like you asking me. I'm just,
nah,
you know what I'm saying?
no. I respect Giannis. Listen, I think Giannis. He played hard. He played with he respects the game.
The
Like
only thing with Giannis is his health. That's what everybody's looking at. But when you look at LP, he's young. He got back spasm and like he got back issues. Nigga come up here with a Sengun name talking about he had an ankle injury in December. Don't you know after that Kevin Durant had an ankle sprain injury? Jabari had an ankle sprain injury. Amen Thompson had an ankle sprain injury. Like a lot of these players had ankle
Steven
sprain injuries.
Adams.
Steven Adams went down for the count with an ankle sprain. You know, he had to have fucking surgery. You talking about an ankle sprain in December, and all of a sudden we out on Sengun because he ain't looking right. No, that's what fanboys do. They always want to point back to injuries. Niggas ain't talking about shit. You know what I'm saying?
That
With all
nigga
the other
Giannis trying to
guys.
get back on the court as we speak. Nigga, they trying to shut him down for the season. He's like, nah,
Facts.
nigga, I'm trying to fight.
So he trying to fight for just to play. You don't know what Giannis was dealing with in the finals. He was dealing with hyperextended knees in the finals. He was just young at the time, but he was going for the gusto. So with Sengun, I don't see no fight in him. Miles called him soft. And it is.
He don't understand the moment. That's what it is. He don't
It's
understand the moment.
just Giannis over LP, and we talking about future. Man, fuck all that shit.
Fuck the future, bro.
Fuck
the future is right now,
Go for
nigga.
the gusto. It's right now. We in the
The
midst of
future is right now, bro.
Come on, man.
Like
Keep
that's the
talking to
thing.
him,
You
bro.
can do. Listen, you can figure. Well, bro, once you have money, you can figure out a rebuild, bro. And that's the thing. You're gonna have money because KD and Giannis, they're gonna come off your books whenever KD retires and stuff like that. They're gonna come off the books. And you're gonna have money. Once you have money, you can start there, and then you can rebuild from there. Like they holding on to the picks. The picks not guaranteed that they're gonna be stars or great role play. You don't know. Like I hate when teams want to hold on to picks and stuff like that. Like that don't even make sense, bro. The point
Man,
of NBA is
the Rockets
to
own
create the
their
best
picks,
team
though.
you can to win the championship.
King, the Rockets own their 2027 pick, 2028, and I believe 2029 first round pick. You know, and then they have other picks that they can give up in 2027, 2028, and stuff like that. So, and second round picks you can throw on top of that. Who gives 2 second round picks is equal to a first round pick right now? You know how people are valued in the NBA. So I ain't worried about none of this shit, bro. If you want to go for the gusto, go for the gusto. If you really talking about championships, and if Raphael Stone, Ime Udoka, Kevin Durant, the head of the Snakes, because they the ones. Are we looking to? There's one for building the team up. Raphael Stone and Ime Udoka. Ime Udoka is a championship level coach. He been to the finals. Kevin Durant won championships. You bring in Fred VanVleet back. He's a championship caliber point guard. Still have to see how he looks. Have to add that disclaimer. Have to add that on top of that. But I just feel like with Reed Sheppard coming back at the point guard, they're not going to give up Reed Sheppard for nothing right now, in my belief, and Amen Thompson. So Jabari, Tari Eason, and contracts that like Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capelas are on the table, and you have expiring deals, so you have a lot of options and stuff like that. So Raphael Stone has some work to do, and we're really looking at him. You know, you
I
put
would
Ime
love
Udoka in
Giannis
a
in Houston.
situation where you don't have your leader and your leading point guard, your general, so you're relying on Kevin Durant playmaking, which that's never been proven throughout the league. No disrespect to Kevin Durant, he's a great player in his own right. I seen what he did in Brooklyn when his back was against the wall, when James Harden was a decoy on the court. Triple double machine, 40 point triple double going against Giannis. You know what I'm saying, Ken? If it wasn't for his foot on the line, he probably would have, you know what I'm saying,
Sent
succeeded as a
Giannis
champion.
home.
He could have sent Giannis home in the 7-game series. So at the end of the day, when you look at that factor, like, yes, Kevin Durant could be a triple double threat too. You put the ball in that nigga hand, that nigga gonna go out there and get it, my nigga. I'm talking about playoff riser. Let's not act like he ain't done it, bro. I don't give a fuck if you hate him or not. That nigga KD is a true hooper at 37 years old. So I just believe that Ime Udoka believe in that shit too. You put the ball in his hand in the playoff situation, the game changing in the playoff. Defense changed. Half
That's what I'm
court setting
saying.
changed. You put the ball in the
But
nigga hand,
but
he
Green,
gonna go get it. But it's about everybody else around him.
you need,
Ken.
but that's
Feel
what I'm
me?
saying. You need somebody to take the tension off him, like, because the fourth quarter, KD could be a killer for you. But that's the thing. That's what they got him here for. They got him here for so KD could close games. But he's not even able to do that. Because he got to carry for 3 quarters because nobody can hit a fucking shot. Nobody could nobody could manipulate the game, get to the free throw line, score. Other than him. He's like, and he's not young. Young KD could carry the whole game.
Yeah, this
But this
nigga ain't
KD,
27. This nigga 37.
that's what I'm saying. He
And he
can't carry.
still give
That's
you
why
25 a night, 25, 5, and 5.
saying you got
So
Giannis. We already know Giannis not a great free throw shooter, not a great shooter. So he could get to this rim, do all the bullshit he likes to do, rim run the first 3 quarters, and then come fourth quarter time, him and Katie could just run pick and roll, spam pick and roll, and then the defense got to make a decision. And if they help with KD, I mean if they help with KD, yeah, KD gonna make their ass pay, nigga. And they help with Giannis gonna make they pay too. So just pick your poison, man.
gotcha.
They don't have a legitimate a dual threat to go to in the fourth quarter where you can say, all right, if he don't got it, then he got it. If he don't got it, then he got it. They don't have a 1-2 punch that they could go to, bro. And if you look at the NBA, a lot of teams have a 1-2 punch they could go to. Spurs got Fox and Wemby. The OKC got Shea J-Dub. Uh, uh um Minnesota, they got Ant, but I mean Ant getting that shit done though. I can't lie. Ant be getting that shit done. But Ant, feel me? The
Yeah, he
Lakers
do
got
be getting that shit
Luca
for sure.
LeBron. Lakers got
Mm-hmm.
Luca LeBron.
A young
Phoenix got Jalen Green or Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? Need that 1-2 punch. KD don't have that 1-2 punch, bro, throughout the whole game. Sengun not consistent enough, man. You got to go get Giannis. But I want to ask you this, Green. Who made that report though? Where you get that report from?
Chris Mannix.
Who's
You know,
that? Is he?
you don't know
Who's
who
that?
Chris Mannix is? I mean, you know what I'm
He's a
saying?
beat writer for Houston.
Nah, he's Sports Illustrated, you know what I'm saying? ESPN, you know what I'm saying? They bounce around as beat writers and stuff like that, but he solidified. He solidified Chris Mannix. You know what I'm saying? He's covered. He put out some information about the Kawhi Leonard situation, saying that, you know, Kawhi Leonard, you know, contract might, you know, get voided with the whole debacle and with the Clippers and, you know, saying the Kawhi Leonard and aspiration shit. So, you know, and Chris Mannix been in the field for a minute. So I'm not gonna discredit Chris Mannix when a situation happened last night. Like Laro said, like, oh, this is something that, you know what I'm saying, because we lost last night, that they want to throw out some information. Like, no, this has
Nah,
been boiling up for a minute, bro. Like, come on,
they
man.
been thinking about it because they realized they can't win with Sengun. It's obvious. They don't believe in Sengun, bro. That's
Come
what it
on,
is.
bro.
They know what
You
they see from Sengun and they evaluate him. And they really gonna evaluate him in the playoffs because that's what they really care about. The Rockets don't really care about the regular season that much because they want to see in a 7-game scenario, can this
then
guy
look at
be
the
the guy to take
breadcrumbs,
you to the
Ken.
chip?
They traded Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks for Kevin Durant. Inconsistent players in the playoffs. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes back to LP, I don't see why it's asinine to believe that the Rockets wouldn't trade Alperen Sengun and whoever
Exactly.
for Giannis
They
in this
did it to
window.
Brooks and they did it to Jalen Green. So
Look at the
why they can't do it to
breadcrumbs.
him? Like
Right.
this nigga, that's what Rockets fans gotta understand. Sengun not bigger than the motherfucking program, y'all.
Facts,
He
nigga.
not.
Facts.
He not, nigga. He just a part of the program, just like Jalen Green was, just like Dylan Brooks was, just like everybody else was, nigga. Just like Tari Eason. Cause I promise you, niggas, the Rockets gonna make an example out of this nigga Tari Eason this summer. I promise you. Watching y'all gonna see. They gonna make an example of niggas who want to be bigger than the program and not just be a part of what we got going on and trying to fuck up our chemistry and shit. Cause let's be honest, Tari be doing little slick shit to fuck up the chemistry, bro. He not slick.
Man, yeah, man. You know, niggas ain't all in when they because they know before we know anything. We can speculate, we can analyze, and we can, you know, give our opinions and shit, but they know before we know. You feel me? You know, they know way back in December if they're gonna be all-stars and certain players play like shit, don't give no effort. But then they become, you know, buy-in all-stars all of a sudden. Off some, you know what I'm saying, political shit, fan base shit. You know what I'm saying? So they know before we put out information, before beat writers, before, you know, dudes who leak information out. They know before. Players know. They have managers. They have managers that talk to the, you know, representatives and shit like that. So come on, man. With Tari Eason playing like shit, and we talk about mental, you know what I'm saying? The part of it. After the KD files, allegedly, the only one that's been consistent was Jabari Smith Jr. You know, Tyrese's name wasn't tagged in it because who the fuck is Tyrese to this team type shit? You're a role player. You know, you trying to earn some shit. We already know what you setting up to do. Jabari Smith Jr. Like I said, he was the most consistent after that 8-game shit when the KD files and all that shit came out. Alperen Sengun ain't been the same. Now his back hurt. You know, so I'm just saying, bro, like certain dudes approach the game different. Certain dudes accept criticism differently. It's about what your mental is, how you present yourself. And I'm just saying at the end of the day, if Tyrese is worth that, when they want to snatch Tyrese away from this team the way we are, cool. You know what I'm saying? Present your value, but Ime Udoka putting you in a situation that you beg for. Oh yeah, I want more responsibility. Yeah, I want to start. Okay, cool. Then in the beginning of the season, you back to the same shit, getting injured. You can't play back to backs, but you think you worth $20+ million a year? Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, man. You think you better than Jabari because last year spoke differently, but last year you was doing the same shit. At least Jabari been consistent about being on the court. If it ain't no big significant injury, I remember last year Fred VanVleet and Jabari Smith Jr. went down, nigga. We was losing games. Our defense went to hell. Went to fucking hell. Fred VanVleet go down. We go on a 6-game losing streak. Niggas want to tell me Fred VanVleet ain't important. He ain't the end all be all. Man, get the fuck out of my face, man. If you gonna talk basketball, nigga, come on, get on my level with the shit. Fuck they money, cause you ain't making that shit. Just like I'm not making that shit. We just talking basketball. If it's opinion versus opinion, then you know what I'm saying, it is what it is with that. People gonna agree with me, people gonna disagree with me. And I'm gonna keep it rocking, I'm gonna keep it moving. But at the end of the day, somebody's gonna be wrong how that organization move, you know. So, hey man, I don't know, Ken. I don't know. I'm out on Tari Eason as far as making him an important piece. You know, he has his own, you know, mindset. He wants to get paid, and like he's just as important as other role players that accepted the role. And I just
He
think
want to get
Jabari
paid, Green, but he don't want to
value is
get
better.
better though. I don't see him trying to get
Man,
better,
you
working
seen
on his
this nigga
game.
trying to take mid ranges and shit? I'm like, bro, I ain't seen you make a mid range since you was a rookie, my nigga.
And nigga,
You
that's not
doing
even your
fadeaways
game,
and
bro. Like you're not even working on the
they
game,
talking
but you
about his threes. When the last time this nigga made a fucking free throw mid range shot? Somebody pull up them stats. You stat geeks, pull that shit up.
the
Fuck the
nigga was
threes.
missing
We talking about
layup,
twos.
bro.
Cause we ain't
That's how,
no high volume 3-point shooting team, Ken. And this nigga want to pull mid
and
range
he just
shots.
be throwing them shits up, bro. Why he keep shooting?
Nigga be
Like nigga,
praying in
if
the
it's not
moment.
going in, nigga, do something else.
He can't. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Amen Thompson getting better at mid range. Shit, that should be our focus point. Tari Eason ain't working on shit. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that was working out for him was 43% shooting from the three, bro. That's it. And
Right.
once that went to bed, his defense didn't speak for him. His leadership as a role player, as a team guy, he looked like he just, separated from the team. You know what I'm saying? I get videos. Hey, man, look at this nigga Tari Eason. He nigga don't want to be here. This dude don't want to be here. He out on the team, man. We out on him too. So I don't believe in him trying to win something for the team. Building your value up, trying to win something. Like that's where you really put your name on shit, on some winning moments and winning situations. When they put you in a situation like, okay, I'm gonna give you some responsibility. So fight when we get to the playoffs. What are you gonna look like, Tari Eason? I can't
just need
trust your
better locker
3-point
room
ball.
guys, man.
I can't trust his 3-point ball to be efficient. So what else are you gonna bring to the table? You feel me?
Stupidity, you could count on that. But count on the stupidity. He definitely gonna give you that. Shit. I would have kept what's his name? Remember old boy? He was a rookie. I forgot his name. He was close with Jalen Green.
Man, don't say Cam Whitmore, bro.
No, not Cam Whitmore. He was a guard too.
Who?
I forgot his name. I think his name was Jay
He was on
something.
the team last year.
Nah, I think he in the G
They
League
trying to
now.
take.
No, not Tate. He was a guard. He played next to Jalen Green. It was y'all backcourt.
Josh Criswell?
Yeah, him.
Oh man, no.
What's
No,
wrong with
man.
Josh Christopher?
Man, a lot, nigga.
He a
He was
dog though.
Yeah. He get dogged, he get digged in, man. Dry humping shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's
He was the one
zesty.
screaming. He was the one
Wait,
screaming in
he
the
was the
Jalen
one who was
Green
in that
video.
video with Jalen Green.
Man, Ken, stop acting like you don't know, nigga. Yeah,
Oh,
nigga.
oh yeah, you are right. Oh shit.
Hey, man, on that note, bro.
That shit is crazy. What's going on, Houston, man?
Nah, that
Let
ain't
me
no
find out
Houston
I got
shit.
some
Nah, yeah.
DLs, bro.
Hey, Ken, that ain't no Houston shit, though. You know what I'm saying?
I
They
got
did
some
that before.
DLs on the
They did that
roster,
shit before
man.
they got to Houston, man. You know what I'm saying? We just got rid of this shit when it was exposed as a Houston Rocket. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get this shit out the way, man. You have to get this shit up out the town, man. But yeah, Ken, man. Giannis over LP and some other guys. Hey, if the Rockets do that, I don't disagree
Hey,
with that.
let me give you my
Disagree with
final
that.
thoughts, man. Then I'm out of here. I'm about to go take a nap. But
Yeah, go
listen,
ahead, G. What you got?
listen. Giannis for LP, bro. Your chances for a championship goes up. No matter Giannis' situation in terms of his health. If Giannis is healthy, because it's always gonna be a if. It's gonna be a if with LP, it's gonna be a if for Giannis. If Giannis is
Back.
healthy with KD,
Mm-hmm.
and you get Fred VanVleet, and you get the right supporting cast, and you fill out the roster on the bench, and Ime is on his game, you have a great chance of beating anybody in the West and winning a championship. Because there's no answer for Giannis, and we know there's no answer for KD once you put the ball in his hands and put him in the right spots. So if I'm the Rockets, depending on how LP played this postseason, I'm making that fucking move, bro. I'm calling up Milwaukee. I'm asking them, what do they want for Giannis? And I'm going to make a serious offer. Serious offer. I'm not playing no games. I'm
Ken,
asking them.
these
Yeah.
niggas, these LP niggas, you know what I'm saying? And people, you know what I'm saying? Rockets fans, you know what I'm saying? I will just so I won't single nobody out, I will put myself in that saying if they want to rock with Sengun going forward and building the team around that, cool. I'm cool with that too. You know what I'm saying? But we trust Rafael Stone to make moves like that. Seeing how this team is constructed right now and knowing he don't make no moves at trade deadlines or making the team better. Nah, man. Get the best player
But
available.
but
Because I don't trust that
to
shit.
those fans who want to build around LP, y'all want what's best for LP or do y'all want what's best for y'all? Because y'all want a championship. And LP is not bringing a championship in the next 3 years, bro. Let's be honest with that. Based on what we see right now, we don't know what can happen. But based on what we see right now, LP's not bringing a championship to Houston the next 2 3 years for a fact. He's not the answer, and we know that because they seen enough from LP to know like he's not gonna get better significantly in one season. It's gonna have to take time for him to get older and more mature.
That's a fact, Ken. That's a fact. Hey, on that note, Ken, hey, salute to you, bro.
Salute Green, salute
Salute to you for
everybody,
pulling up.
and
Salute to
go
everybody
Rockets,
that's in the
man.
chat. Yes, sir. Salute to everybody's in the chat, man. Good stream. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And the people that come across the stream, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. So we got Minnesota tomorrow, Ken. No Anthony Edwards. You think the Wise gonna pull that one off? You think they're gonna pull that game off, bro? They beat Boston. So I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one, man. It's gonna be a tough one. But on that note, man, hey, y'all hit that like button, man. It's your boy Greenleaf Exclusive. I'm out here, fam. Peace. Peace.